Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of High Rollers D&D. We hope you enjoyed a little mystery, a little secret in the starting soon screen there. Maybe more on that next week. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes. And joining me, as always, are my wonderful friends. Starting with the noisy side, I guess. We have Rhiannon, we have Tom, we have Katie, we have Trot, and we have Kim this week. It's everyone. We're here. We're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dragons.
Oh shit.
Dragons and Dungeons.
This, my friends, is episode 99, I believe. Episode 99. Last week was our 5th year anniversary. And next week will be episode 100. Yeah, we've got a few fun things, crazy stuff. So keep an eye out next week because there's going to be a couple of things around episode 100. The big one, which actually technically starts tomorrow, is that there is a January sale over on Fresh Merch, who do all of our merch. If you sign up, or if you are already an email subscriber for the Fresh Merch website, you can get 20% off all products until Sunday the 31st. Now, it's worth noting the codes can be used more than once and there's no minimum spend. So this is a chance to literally grab tons and tons of merch ASAP and load up on our Prime collection and a few little goodies as well. And like I said, that is until Sunday the 31st of January. You just need to go to, there should be a link in chat that you can go to, or use the form on your collection to subscribe. And then once you've signed up for the emails, you will get the discount codes that will be sent out on Monday. If you're already signed up, you'll automatically get one. If you sign up, in the future, you'll get one sent to you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Big chance to load up on some cool High Rollers merch, save yourself some money, support us, and get some cool stuff. The other thing I was going to say, we're hoping that we'll be able to get them up, hopefully maybe before the January sale ends, but we are going to do a little special something for episode 100 as well. So keep your peepers peeled. Keep them peeled for some cool
peepers.
Peel them peepers and point them in the preview of prosperous
Follow
position.
us on Twitter at High Rollers D&D for all the latest news and all the announcements about other things like this.
Perfect. A politely poignant pronouncement. So there's that. That's for episode 100. We got the January sale going on. I'm in a bit of a scatterbrain today. Is there anything else I've forgotten?
Keep an eye on Twitter through the week for other things that you might have already seen a little bit of. It's all going to be, Twitter is your place that things are going to be revealed. So if you're not already following us on Twitter, not only will you find out when we're not going live for any reason and when we are, you will also see cool things that preview there. So it's genuinely worth doing. Please and thank you. Love you.
Speaking of when we are streaming and when we're not streaming, that reminded me of the other thing I was going to mention, which is Curse of Strahd. We're back. We streamed a Curse of Strahd episode live on Thursday last week. VOD of that will be up soon.
Tuesday?
Monday.
They go up? Normally Mondays they go up.
Monday.
I've forgotten. It's been so long.
It goes up on Monday.
Upload it.
Also,
I've got the thumbnail already, so if you could just.
Also, that reminds me that no spoilers, but on Tuesday, Chaos Twins will be returning for a special little episode. I'm not going to say what we're doing because that'll kind of be quite spoilery. So it's kind of a Curse of Strahd related Chaos Twins stream on Tuesday as well.
It is.
So if you're up to date, join us for Chaos.
Yeah. And then more Curse of Strahd on Thursdays as well. So come and join us for Curse of Strahd. Little bonus stream during lockdown, just to, play some more D&D. Why not? I think that's it. I'm really not with it. Let's do some dun-duns and then desperately try and do a recap.
Episode 99.
99 dun-duns. Let's make 99 dun-duns in chat.
Dun-duns.
Airships are having fun. 99 and rolling times. Welcome back to Aerois. Last time, the Storm Chasers, after pursuing a number of personal endeavors on Gusthaven, catching up with Captain Thalia Whisperwind, as well as making plans with the mysterious Moonstar, aka Idea Elanasto, the party have begun to infiltrate a mysterious weapons facility. Quill, using the power of the Eye of the Storm, had learned the teleportation runes necessary to travel to this mysterious place and pursue Democles Magrona, who seems to be involved with the Cloud Barons and the Valkyrian Empire. Setting themselves up, getting themselves geared up and ready, the party traveled to this place and discovered a very strange dock. An airship dock with a number of guards patrolling it and automated construct defenses. The party have begun a stealth mission, successfully managing to avoid any detection thus far. Making their way into a loading elevator, they have made their way up into a snowy courtyard of some mysterious floating castle in the northern mountains. And that, my friends, is where we begin today. So, to recap the actual kind of scene of where you are, the wooden loading dock lift has kind of taken you up from this airship dock that seemed to be carved into some sort of cliff face or somewhere like that. You've taken this up into a large open courtyard. You can see that there are large, thick stone keep walls around this kind of very large open space. The keep, if you were to call it that, is made up of a few buildings. You can see in the very hazy, snowy wind terrain, you can see a large tower directly ahead of you across the courtyard. There appears to be a large building on your left-hand side to the west, which flanks the kind of western wall, and then a smaller building on the eastern side of this keep. And you are in a kind of small, sheltered alcove as such on the southern side. You can see snow-topped mountains all around you. Even on from behind these tall keep walls, you can see these mountains seem to kind of reach up around you as if you're nestled somewhere high up in some sort of mountainous region. The visibility is very limited. When you guys emerge up, the freezing wind kind of bites through those of you who aren't dressed particularly well or thickly, and this flurry of snow is really limiting your visibility to only shapes of these buildings and crates that surround this courtyard. There are all sorts of kind of supply crates and barrels scattered around this lift area where you begin. And that is, where we kick things off, having successfully managed to infiltrate your way this far.
I'm still invisible, I believe. Only a few of us are still invisible.
I think
some are visible. Sentry's visible.
I think, Nova and Lucius are the only ones who are still invisible. Everybody else is now visible. Sentry cast a spell. Ayla attacked to grab a guard. Quill wasn't included, nor was Moonstar.
How long do you think the elevator ride is from?
Oh, it's not long. It goes from those docks all the way up until this courtyard, and it's a fair distance. You know, you're probably sat in it for a few minutes. 2-3 minutes.
Should we kind of retroactively, before the doors open, have a conversation about...
There are no doors on this one, so as the lift reaches, it comes up almost... you can see that there are these wooden walls and this kind of slatted wooden ceiling above you, but there's no doors. It just opens up into this snow-filled courtyard that stretches out before you.
Lucius would say something like, those that are visible, you should probably find some sort of cover as soon as we get anywhere near the second floor. Just stay out of sight.
I've still got the arcane eye floating around, so I can send that forward to see what is up there. Or what's ahead of us.
I mean, for now, you guys could press yourself up. Yeah, you guys could press yourself up against these kind of wooden walls on either side of this loading lift. And you can see there are these thick, coiled chain pulleys, 4 of them, one on each corner of the lift, that hook up into kind of like an arched lever system and then seem to drop down into holes. You're not quite sure what's powering the lift. It just seemed to, when you stepped on it and activated it, it just kind of turned and the chains pulled you up. Pressing yourselves against the side for now. It's really difficult to see anything more than the shapes of buildings and the kind of faint outlines of crates around you.
Okay. Can I send the arcane eye forward and just, I don't know, identify all of the things in this alcove and kind of communicate it to everyone through messenger ring, and then maybe just carry on and just I almost want to just explore this place with an arcane eye, and then...
Yeah, the arcane eye counts as invisible, right? Counts as an invisible creature.
Yeah, so I think anything with true sight will be able to see it. But yeah,
sure. Whilst Quill is doing that, because that's going to take some time. If you want it to basically scout out this whole courtyard, it's going to take time for it to move and fly around and stuff. What's everyone else doing?
I'm hiding behind something, but kind of leaving the closer ones to people that are visible. So I'll probably move further out because I know I'm invisible.
Okay.
And the debris closest to the elevator I'll leave for visible people.
Yeah, there's not looking around, there's a couple of crates, and they're quite large. You know, these would house horses or, some sort of large creature, made of metal, maybe parts of it made of wood. Metal crates, yeah. And they are kind of scattered around. The closest kind of like collection of them is like maybe 10-15 feet away. You see the shape of maybe a large statue, like a large stone statue, looming in the snow, maybe sort of like 20-25 feet out of where this little loading lift comes. There appears to be another kind of section of wooden wall where some more crates and barrels have been hidden in the corner of the keep. The whole thing, by the way, you can see that there are walls, like you are in like the courtyard of a castle almost, but there doesn't seem to be much beyond those walls except mountains. That's just like keep walls and then mountain tops. You don't see like any other buildings or anything like that around you.
Okay.
I'll see what everyone else is doing first.
Sure. Okay.
Given that Nova identified that this was in northern Al-Sarif in the last episode, and kind of realizing that it's a courtyard and a castle, like, are there any famous castles in Al-Sarif that you
can make a history check?
You
can make a history check.
Okay, history. I have +7 on history. Roll my d20. I rolled an 11, so 11 plus 7 is 18.
Something like this. I would say that with an 18, there are probably numerous castles in that region, most of which would be ruins. Looking around, this is probably pre-Sundering. This castle is probably a very old castle that's been obviously, rebuilt or refurbished. Given its current location, how high up you must be. One thing that rings in your bell is the name Shadowsong Pinnacle. This was a old fortification that had a number of temples to the gods of Aerois built within it. And it was when Hesper lifted up many of the sky cities, this castle, kind of like errant magic nearby. Sometimes the occasional nearby, buildings, or for example with Gusthaven, a lake was lifted up alongside the sky city. Shadowsong Pinnacle was such a place that was lifted up alongside the sky city of Cassatoris. However, it didn't. It wasn't bound to the same city, so it was kind of just left in place. It was just floated up, and then it just remained up in the air. And it's kind of a bit of a, historical, maybe a bit of an archaeological site where people have gone and examined it. But it's also very hard to get to because it is in the northern wastes, the northern kind of snowy mountains of Al Saraf. It's quite difficult to travel here by airship. It's it's not a place that is frequented.
A very nice, hidden, abandoned corner of the world for people to get up to things.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Whilst whilst Nova is thinking about all of that, Aerois will kind of whisper to a bunch of you with the kind of modified. I've got to remember which one I use now.
Don't make it the wrong one.
I think it was this one. Yeah. Aerois will turn around and say, "We need to find where they're storing these weapons. We need to destroy as much as we can and locate these schematics. Find out who's responsible. Once we've done that, then we can begin examining. But we should identify wherever they're storing these weapons."
I'll whisper to her, I believe Quill is already sending out a scouting thingy. I'm not quite sure what that is, I'll be honest. It's magic. Anyway, I'm thinking, perhaps, looking around, is this the top? Is this just the entrance? And have we just gone to the surface and is all the good stuff below?
Quill, as you send the eye scouting around, the eye's visibility is kind of limited by the snow as well, but you can make a couple of things out clear. Not too far from here to the northeast, in the kind of center of the courtyard, there is a kind of dirt path that forms like a square that seems to connect several key elements of this courtyard together inside the interior walls. In the middle of this path, in the very center of the courtyard, is very strange. It's a stone platform that's lifted off the ground slightly. There's a stair gangway, like a metal gangway that connects to the ground. It looks like, you might be able to crawl under it. There's enough space for a kind of medium-sized creature to kind of, crouch and crawl underneath it. Around the outside of this platform, if you want to think of it like that, like this kind of stone platform, there is all sorts of metalworking tools. There's some Magitech-looking style devices. Most of it has seemingly been abandoned or left here. You can still see a few kind of faintly glowing crystals that maybe once were kind of power, maybe used for some sort of powering or something like that, some sort of energy source, now dimmed. And this platform is quite large. It's sort of 40 feet by 40 feet, and it dominates the center of the courtyard itself. You don't really see anybody working on it or anything like that. There is at least one guard who is patrolling on top of it, similar to these Cloud Barons. This one's bundled up in thick furs and warm clothing. It seems to be blowing into their hands as they kind of walk around, just keeping watch, it seems. The eye floats past. You see dozens more of these large metal crates, wooden crates, barrels, sacks, all sorts of supplies just stocked up. There's a pair of metal wagons on 4 wheels that look like they don't attach to horses. They just have sort of levers and pulleys attached to the front of them, loaded up with crates as well. These are kind of positioned one to the northwest, one to the southeast. There are 2 guards, each patrolling each half of the courtyard, and they just basically seem to rotate around, and then they'll pass each other, rotate around. Occasionally, they seem to stop for a quick break to warm themselves up by small campfires that they keep going, but that's about it. There are 3 buildings. One to the east, one to the north, and one to the west. The one to the east is a quite small stone structure. There doesn't appear to be a guard at the door, but the door is shut. There are no windows. It appears almost to be like a little square box with a door on it. That's it.
Right.
The arcane eye. Yeah, that's all the arcane eye would see. There is a dead tree in the southeast corner next to this little square squat stone building. To the north, there is a hexagonal-shaped tower. The tower goes up quite high. You suspect sort of maybe 3 or 4 floors, and then it has a roof as well with parapets, like a kind of a fortified tower. There is a main door to that where there is a guard stood out the very front of it who does not move. There are also pairs of shuttered, barred windows on either side of the octagon sides or the hexagon. Which one's 6? That one.
Sure.
Hexagon.
One of them.
Hexagon. On the diagonal sides, there's 2 barred windows, and then it seems to be built into the wall itself, so you can only really see half of the tower from inside the courtyard. And then, as I said, it seems to go up. On the western side is a L-shaped building with another pair of double doors with another guard outside that as well. This one also has shuttered, barred windows. To the southern side of this L-shaped building, there are tons of crates, some of which are stacked up. And this building is at least 2 floors. It's like a ground floor and then an upper floor. The crates are stacked up to the 2nd floor.
Oh shit! Okay.
And that is basically everything in the courtyard. Looking around.
So sorry, how many guards are there? There's 1 on the tower, 1 on the L-shaped building.
Yep, and then there are 2 patrolling the courtyard. So 2 kind of going in a circle around the courtyard, and then 1 who walks on the top of the platform in the middle.
Okay, so 5 total.
Sadly, for people who are watching on the stream, my Roll20 is not working. Otherwise, I would have had a physical map for the guys, but never mind.
That's cool. Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind, exactly.
Is there snow on the floor?
Yes, there is a kind of dirt path that looks like it's been worn down by maybe people constantly coming and going, that connects pretty much all of these buildings. But everywhere else, like everywhere that isn't frequently stood on, there is snow. But there is also constantly falling snow as well. Like there is not quite a blizzard, but a thick snow flurry. And those of you who are not particularly well suited to cold environments do find yourselves kind of shivering and like getting cold as you stand there waiting for Quill's reconnaissance to finish.
Are you done, Quill? It's getting a bit nippy.
I'm done, yeah. 5 guards, some rotating. I'm not sure if they're going to come past the elevator, though, so we might need to be wary of that.
Shall I go to that small building over there and go inside and stay there and warm up and recon?
If you can make it there, sure, but we've got no idea what's inside. I think the tower is the best bet of where we need to go. Then again, all of the cargo is outside that building to the west. So what are we trying to find exactly?
Schematics
or...
crate. Crates.
Schematics, weapons themselves, whatever we can destroy.
Is that on that other side, the west side, with that L-shaped building?
Yeah, loads of cargo hanging out over there.
That might be where they're stocking up and transporting it somewhere.
Okay, yeah. And sorry, Mark, so the middle platform, were you saying that underneath that middle platform, like there's loads of machinery to construct stuff as well?
Not underneath it, kind of to either side of it. Underneath there's like a crawl space. It looks like you could crouch underneath it, and there are like grills set into the stone platform. So it looks like somebody could get underneath it and then look up.
Like 1 person wide crawl space?
No, because the
platform?
It's like a big flat 40 foot by 40 foot, like 40 foot platform. It has stairways that go up onto it, and then underneath is like hollow.
Oh, okay. With like 4 legs, basically. Okay.
Yeah. Like stood on like 4 legs kind of thing, yeah.
Cool.
I think that getting under there might be the best way to avoid the guards. It will also give us a lot of opportunity to quickly jump across the courtyard to the next building. So
it's right across the middle though, Quill. Someone on the wall is going to see.
Watch your footprints. If you're leaving footprints in the snow, they're going to spot it. We should stick to their paths if we can.
I
know you can fly,
there,
but...
Your fluttering might make a noise.
Maybe. Either way, we need to get across the courtyard somehow, and those guards on rotation, they're the ones that are going to spot us, I think. Or at least spot if anything has changed.
Well, maybe you can give the cue for people to go with your arcane eye when they're not looking.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, sure. So the only problem is
can go
yeah,
first.
Moonstar obviously can't hear any messenger ring communication, but if you just gesture with gestures, she'll know when to like move and follow. Using Quill's arcane eye. Wait, could you just concentrate on that, Quill? Has it got like a time limit or?
It has a timer of an hour, so.
Okay. So you still have some time with it, basically, with the kind of navigating downstairs in the docks and then coming up here. Using the arcane eye, you can avoid these guards. Like, I'm not going to make you really guys roll for stealth checks unless you get close enough. Quill can simply wait for them not to be near and then, yeah, point you in the direction you guys quickly and quietly move your way across as best you can. Stealth check's only really necessary when there's a chance that you can be spotted, and if Quill's using the arcane eye to basically be like, right, okay, it's clear, go, you don't need to make a stealth check. So is the goal here, where are you headed at this point? Where do you want to go to?
I think we'll aim for the western building since there's no guard there, other than the ones patrolling. Like, that seems like
the eastern building. Yeah, eastern building has no guard.
Whichever one is the small square one.
Yeah, the small square one has no guard. Yeah. Okay, so waiting for a brief moment of time, you kind of usher everybody over. Following along a kind of dirt path, you slip in between a set of metal crates, and eventually you come across one of these metal wagons with levers and gears and some sort of apparatus to drive itself. It's laden up with sacks and bundles of, you can see maybe what appears to be elements of Thunderstone rifles, but they look different. They look like they've been designed differently. And they seem to be kind of wrapped up and stored in crates, long wooden crates packed with straw and things like that. Hiding next to this, you will have one problem here. One of the guards, as they patrol, this is kind of the area that they walk past. So waiting for Quill's notice, you wait until it's clear, and then who's going to go over to this building first? Who's the first one to go over?
I'm happy to go as someone invisible first. Sure. So that I could go another vantage point to kind of beckon people into the crawl space.
How long does
they can't see me?
An hour.
Who cast it? Nova?
Yeah, invisibility's an hour.
Okay, yeah, so same as the Arcane Eye. So yeah, Lucius, you go in the direction. You can see the vague outline of this building now, and visibly you make your way over. Do you stick to the kind of trodden path, or do you want to cross across the snow?
No, I try and stick to the path. Being invisible, I've got a bit of a advantage to do that.
Sure.
I feel like the whole way I'd be that guy that accidentally leaves like the walkie-talkie on, and you just hear him going like, "Oh no, here we go! Oh, just scuttling along, not being seen."
That is very much the essence of the messenger rings as well. Yeah, sure. You make your way over, and when you reach this, squat little stone pillbox of a building, the doors are shut. And you can see that something that the Arcane Eye wouldn't have really been able to see too well is very, very small, kind of carved above the handles of the door. The handles don't even look natural. They're really just kind of like stone circles pressed against the door. There's nothing to really grab or hold onto. And above the door, there is just a little stone sigil. What languages does Lucius speak?
He speaks Common, Elvish, Gnomish, Halfling.
Okay. So looking at this,
Why?
Would it be Elvish?
Why do I speak them? I've never looked at that before.
It would be Elvish. The Elvish rune for like, I guess the most applicable kind of translated word would be rank or like level. And it just says rank 1. And it's like etched into a small stone thing set into the door.
We need a key card.
We need to get higher tiered key cards as time goes on.
Level 2.
Oh, sweet.
Look at his face.
Access granted.
Amazing.
Okay.
I'll relay that back to the team. Notice it's a sigil. It says rank something level, perhaps some sort of clearance. I don't know, to get into that strange wagon?
Maybe the guards have this key card.
What's a key card?
Yeah.
Oh, what rank does it need?
1. So maybe
One
just
the
one
highest or
person
the
at a
lowest?
time? I don't know.
How do you know
Come,
that any
come
of
to the
these
crawl
guards
space. It's
are the right
so
rank?
nippy.
How do...
So, Lucius, you're going to move over to this crawl space, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to get in.
In the center. Okay, so yeah, you pass by all this kind of like blacksmithing, magiteching looking equipment. There is a guard patrolling around on the top. You can kind of hear him just sort of muttering, just like, oh, why do I have to be out here?
Yeah, I'm trying to take note of individuals, noting that I'm invisible. I'm taking an extra cursory glance at where people are.
To reach the crawl space, you will need to cross at least a small patch of the snow.
Can I do a little hop?
Yeah, you can try, sure.
Athletics?
Yeah, sounds good.
19.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you kind of hop over, not being careful to leave as few tracks as possible, and then at the end you kind of scurry underneath this stone platform. You can see the metal gangways lead up onto the top. I mean, you can hear this guard moving around, his boots kind of clattering against this metal grate, these metal grates that are occasionally spaced sporadically across the platform as you duck underneath it. And the rest of you are left at this wagon, this metal wagon, just kind of waiting. The wagon does have like a canvas covering on the back, and you can see inside like these kind of weapon crates and things like that. You could also technically get underneath it, the wheels, like it's lifted up off the ground by these big wagon wheels.
I am hungry. Okay, I'm here. I'm in the space. Then the next person, I think. I'll wait for, the guards to kind of turn away and then go, now! And watch out for the snow. Okay. Stay on the path.
Yeah,
sure.
I'll sort of be directing with the arcane eye as well, seeing different things.
I'll also relay the fact that you could potentially, if you need to, go under the wagon en route if needs be. If you think the guards are turning around.
Sure. So who's going?
I can try.
Anyone who is not invisible will need to make a stealth check.
Yup. Oh no, sentry. Oh no.
As a reminder, there is still quite a thick flurry of snow and wind howling through this courtyard, which does give you some. It will give disadvantage to anybody trying to perceive you.
I rolled a 14 plus 5.
Yep.
19.
So, Ayla, you do kind of occasionally. You try your best not to leave tracks, but obviously passing through any amount of snow, you will leave some. But yeah, you managed to kind of make your way over and squeeze under. For Ayla, it's a bit more of a tighter fit, I imagine. You kind of really have to crouch and kind of scurry underneath it. You're kind of bent over forwards as you kind of like crouch your way underneath it. You can't see Lucius; he's invisible. But you do hear this guard kind of moving around up above you. All right, who else?
I'm going to go last, so...
Okay.
Moonstar will go if you want. Moonstar can go first. Okay. Moonstar rolls a natural 20. You don't even turn. You don't know where she's gone. Like, you turn around and Moonstar's just like, and then you see her ducking into the stone platform.
Moonstar, go. Moonstar?
She's gone.
I literally, natural 20 on the stealth, so she's just gone.
Amazing.
Nova, Sentry?
Yeah, I'll go.
I'll go after the sentry.
Okay.
As I'm going, can I try and keep an eye out on the guards and see, like, using her, like, military expertise, I guess, like, see if there's any, like, visual...
protect their patrols.
Yeah.
You want to see their vision cones? Is that what you're asking?
Oh, no.
Oh, there it is.
I do believe you technically have disadvantage, Sentry, so I do need you to roll twice and take the lowest.
In case it's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a 2.
4 and a 2.
What happens
Literally
is, Sentry,
cursed.
you begin passing over the snow from this kind of metal wagon. You kind of step out and you begin making your way over, just to the very corner of this stone platform where the stairs begin going up to lead it up. And you basically you crunching the snow, stepping through your big, large form. You crouch down, but you do hear, and those of you who are under the stone platform hear a guard go, "What was that? Is somebody there?" And is making their way over towards the corner of the thing, like trying to peer through the thick snow, just like.
Is the wagon nearby to duck under?
That's where you've just left. So you were all at the wagon and you've left that.
Right.
That for you, there's basically this guy is gonna see you. Unless you or somebody else does something, this guy will see you. So I'm gonna give you all an action. What do you do?
Where was the voice that said that?
That's the one who's directly
guard?
above like you guys. So if you guys are all crouched under in this like crawl space. You might be able to, like, there are these grates. There are grates, but they are barred grates. You won't be able to attack through them. You can see the guy, but you can't attack through them.
Can I like throw something like a gold coin or like just something to make him look in a different direction?
I will tell you that from your, based on like, a military advantage, like something like a gold coin's not gonna be enough. You're gonna need something bigger and heavier to kind of match the sound and shape of yourself, to distract them.
I have a dagger. Can I throw a dagger? Just bleep.
Sure. Okay. So you're gonna throw a dagger. Give me a. Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
So is the plan that you distract them and then you're going to try and hide, like get underneath this thing, like so they look at that way? Yeah, so that's going to probably be a... I guess I'll make a perception check to see if this guy notices. He does have disadvantage. Okay, so the dagger kind of throws through the air. You kind of throw it to the side and it clangs against one of these metal crates. And the guy does like turn like, "Who's there?" And is now looking the other way. So that gives you enough time to get under the platform. But this guy is now alert. Like, he is looking around for something. He's like, "Who's here? This better not be one of you playing a trick on me." Like, and he's like looking around. And you can see that he's on the edge of like, do I call for help or is this like just like something's blown around in the wind? Like, he's on that edge of alert.
Yeah. That's what we need to do.
All right.
Huh?
No,
so to set the thing, there's a bunch of you on like a dirt path hidden behind a metal wagon, right? Sort of to the northwest, probably a good sort of like 30-40 feet away is this big stone platform that's lifted about sort of like 3 feet off the ground, with little metal stairs that go up to it. Lucius, Ayla, and Moonstar, and now Sentry are all basically crouched underneath this platform, and the guard is on top of the platform looking in the vague area that Sentry has just come from, and is like, and looking at where this crate is and like where the metal noise came from.
Is there any way to get to him from the inside of this?
You would need to go out and then up the stairs to get to him. Yeah. Which if you rushed him, you might be able to get an attack off before he can shout out in alarm. But that's going to be an initiative. Basically, that comes down to initiative at that point.
Is anyone else alerted by him making
not that you can tell. I mean, in the small area that you're in, you can't tell that anybody else has become alert to it.
I'm going to tackle him and bring him down here. Hold on.
Wait. Bring him to the edge of the ledge.
Lucius,
okay.
If you bring him closer, then I can grab him.
I'm invisible,
probably with
so
more strength
it will look
than
like
you.
He tripped. Just drag him under, okay?
Can I time this with Lucius to work and try and like similar to what I did with the guards inside?
I need to understand what Lucius's plan here is. So Lucius, what do you do?
Of the crawl space, go up the steps of the platform and literally shove him off the platform to where we are underneath the...
Okay, so you wait for him to like come back closest to where Ayla and that are, and then you're going to try and push him off into the snow where they can grab him.
I'm going to make it look like he's tripped. So I'll put my foot out and then shove him.
Okay.
So it's like, whoop.
All right. So you wait for him to double back. He begins making his way back to where Ayla and those guys are. Yes, Thomas?
If anyone else...
though, right?
If any of the other guards spot him falling, and then go
how will you know that? How would you know that?
I see them take an intake of breath, ready
well,
to...
no, but the point is right now, you can't see the other guards from where you are. There is like thick snow that is limiting visibility. Like you sent the arcane eye out, and that's why you know where they are. But right now, you can't see any of the other guards. You can see the metal wagon and the faint outline of this platform and this guard moving around. That's all you can see.
I'll let them do their plan. But yeah, I've got an idea if more people spot. That's cool.
Okay. All right. So Lucius, this is going to be you're going to make athletics check contested by their athletics or acrobatics.
15.
Got to get up one of these guys' stats.
Do I get advantage being invisible?
You would have advantage on the if it was an attack roll, but this is like
totally
a special. This is a shove. Yeah, this is more of a shove. It's more like would he keep his own footing and things like that. Like you hit him, you are shoving him. There's no chance that you're going to miss shoving him, but it's just he might be able to regain his balance, or you might not just be strong enough. Like you might just be able to like. Be bulky enough that he doesn't get shoved.
If you did miss shoving him, just fell over.
Whoops.
A Lucius-shaped snow angel in the snow.
Well, no, you're lucky because that's a natural one. So yeah, Lucius, you trip him, kind of shove him, and it does look like he just stumbles off the corner of this platform. And then you basically, Ayla, Sentry, and Moonstar see him kind of go thump into the snow. And there is like a second where he's trying to he looks like he's been thrown off by him falling. What do you do?
Can I so I have pretty quick reactions. Can I do the same thing that I did before and cover his mouth and
so basically grapple him,
basically grapple him.
So it's athletics check from you
and pull him
then
underneath.
Contested by me
Athletics.
as well. Yep, athletics.
That is an 18 plus 12.
Holy shit.
Is 8 is nothing for that. So you when you jump on him, you can basically shove his face down into the ground, slip your hand under, literally cover his mouth and then just hold it in place, and then with the other arm basically begin dragging him underneath this platform if you wanted to.
Yeah, and can I just can I try and cover the track of the drag after? Well, can I ask someone else to do that? Can I messenger ring and ask someone to do that?
Well, the only person who can hear you who's nearby is Sentry. Sentry's the only one who can hear that and is nearby enough to do it.
Yeah.
I will help.
Or whisper to Moonstar.
You could physically whisper to Moonstar, yes, but she doesn't have a messenger ring. Who would you like to help? Do you want Sentry to do it, or do you want Moonstar to do it?
I want Moonstar to do it. Sorry, Sentry.
Understandable.
You're too loud. You're too loud. I love you.
Moonstar raises up like a glove, which you can see there are different gemstones embedded into the palm of it. There's like a little puff of air, and just like a little gust kind of scatters all the snow, kind of concealing most of the tracks as you drag this guy backwards. Make a roll a d4 plus your strength mod, Ayla.
That is an 8 total.
8 total. This guy, you can feel him like he's beginning to lose consciousness, but he is going to try and break free. Can you make an athletics check for me?
11 plus 12.
Yeah. No, he's just like... the next one, you hear him just get knocked out, basically. Like, you manage to, hold him unconscious until he passes out. He's sleeping now. You drag him under. He's got thick furred clothing. He carries you can see a short sword and a hand crossbow kind of wedged into a holster.
Can I crawl back
Does
under
he
the
have
crawl
a
space?
key card on him?
Yes.
Does he have
Lucius, however,
any...
you are no longer invisible, Lucius. The shove would have counted as an attack. So
I shove him. I see my arms. I'm like, oh, and kind of dart underneath.
Under. Sure. Yeah, there's nobody around. You search him, Ayla. No sign of any sort of keys or you don't know what a key card is, but there's no keys. There's no. He carries his weapons. He carries some ammunition for the hand crossbow. He's maybe got some jerky, in a little bag that he's been eaten from. A little hip flask with something. A little hip flask of some booze maybe in there.
Who does he most closely resemble out of this party?
He would be a high elf, so probably Lucius, as in like size and shape. Lucius or Ayla.
Can I eye up the coat?
Sure, you can leave this man without a coat unconscious in the freezing cold. Sure.
Weighing up my morality at the moment, it'd be beneficial if we could, become a guard. At least in this.
Can you not do that anyway with your like illusion things, right?
My glamour weave, no. I can just do pretty patterns and some illusionary wispy stuff, but no total transformations. No.
Maybe you'll have to swap.
He'll be fine.
Now. Give him your coat, and you take his, and then he won't be freezing cold.
I could, but
you could.
I don't know about that.
No, we could always come back and switch it back.
But he'll stink it up.
If we.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We're not coming back for him. So.
He looks rugged.
So
I'm
Nova
strip
and
the coat.
Quill. Sure. Okay. You take the coat off the guy. You leave him in like a kind of like white pirate shirt and some leather trousers and some boots.
Nova looks clear.
Pop him on the ground.
Your turn. Stealthy, quiet, sneaky.
Yes.
No
Okay,
footprint.
I'm stealthy, quiet, sneaky. I'm the only one who's invisible. So I think I'll be all right.
Yeah,
No footprints then.
You cross over
Also,
without any
Kim.
issues.
Yeah, Kim is giggling at the idea of like, who does he most look like? And we've got a party with a big fuck off guardian, a birdman, and a blue alien ganassi.
A tiny, little short blue
They're all
ganassi.
represented. With a perfect design.
He could have been any of those races.
Yeah.
Might be. He's not. He's an elf. Nova, you make your way over without any issues. At this point, like, there's definitely sign that like some people have passed and have moved through this area, but Moonstar has kind of brushed away some of the tracks. It will be hard to spot that anybody's passed through here, but it is disturbed at this point.
Cool. And after Nova, I'll fly across.
Okay, so all of you now are kind of like crouched, uncomfortably, kind of bending your backs to kind of get underneath this space. That's really about sort of like three foot high. So you're really kind of, Sentry's probably crawling like this, like underneath it to kind of manage to get her way through. But you are now all underneath this stone platform.
Okay, so now we're here. We can't get into that building over there. We probably won't be able to get into these other buildings, and none of this guard doesn't even have access. So how do we get access to these buildings?
We're just gonna have to try
You
some
want
of
me
the
to
doors.
hit someone else?
We could lure all the guards over one by one until we get the right one.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
I could also just
yes.
knock on a door with this coat.
Or we could all at the same time. There's 6 of us and 4 of them.
I could turn into a gas bud.
True, but we don't know how they. Look at that strange wagon out there. They might have messenger rings like we do to alert more guards.
That's why we have to take them all out at the same time. Quickly, stealthily, quietly, no footprints.
We each pick one then.
Okay, well, Ayla and Sentry can take a guard on their own. Moonstar can probably take a guard on their own. So that's 3 of them.
Either Moonstar or you.
The last guard.
Yes.
Either you or Moonstar, I believe, could quickly scale the wall and take out that one up there. One of us can take out the ground.
Is there one on the wall?
There's no one on the walls, no.
Okay, I could banish the 4th guard, and then after you take out your guys, you just come back to the same spot he disappeared from, and then we just take him out.
Right.
Okay.
Sound good?
So you tell me, what are you guys doing? What's the plan? Tell me what you want to do.
Ayla's going to take out a guard. Sentry's going to take out a guard. Moonstar's
Which
going
guard
to take out
are you two taking out? So the remaining guards, there is one who is stood by the doorway that leads into the large tower. There is a guard stood by the door that leads into the western building. And then there are 2 which are moving around the courtyard, like they're patrolling around. Occasionally they pass the other 2. Occasionally they move through like all the different areas. Who's taking what?
If I go to one of the patrolling guards, I feel like I could be enough of a distraction to literally walk up to him, behind him, or her, and just be like, hey, and there's enough of a turnaround and a what the hell, and then boom, knock him out. Elbow drop,
and this is
suplex.
The idea is that you are disguised because you are wearing one of their coats.
So I'm hoping that in this windy obscurity where you couldn't see the walls, that the other guard will just see the back of my coat and just think, oh, it's another guard going to see the other guard.
Sure.
And then at that point, Ayla or someone's going to take out that guy.
Is there any point in which the rotating guards are close to another guard?
Yeah.
Cool. I have a better idea. I could do calm emotions on those two. And if that sticks, then for like a minute, they're just going to be like, oh, man, it's cold out here, but I don't care. Who's those guys sneaking around? Don't care.
But
I'm just so chill right now.
I mean, it makes them indifferent to you, I believe.
Yeah, but that's still like...
They're not going to be like, what are you guys doing
them
here?
attacking you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're indifferent
well, no, it
to
would
us,
stop them
like...
attacking you, but it wouldn't stop them alerting others that you're here, potentially.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read it now. Alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. So, yeah, they just would... I guess, like, the closest is they would just basically be like, oh, yeah, they wouldn't attack you, but they might. That doesn't mean that they won't be like, oh, yeah, there's a bunch of guys here. Do we know them? Like, you know, they just won't attack you on sight.
Okay.
There's a bird here.
Yeah, okay,
There's
that
a
makes
bird
sense.
man here.
Yeah, they're not. It's not like
Fun-looking bird.
marijuana spell. Like, they're like, hey, man, it's cool. We don't care. It just makes them indifferent to you. They'd still, like, and indifferent means that they can still be like, who are you guys? Why are you here? Like, I don't remember you being on, like, a list of people that we're meant to let into the place. Are you sure you're meant to be here? You should leave.
In that case, they're getting banished. God damn it.
Sure. Cool. Right. So, yeah. Tell me when you're making it happen and what you're making happen.
When we're making happen, when everyone's at the correct spacing in the underside of this platform, I guess. Ready to dash out.
I'm still invisible as well. So, is there a way I could help by, maybe kind of similar to Lucius, pushing one of them down? So,
you can certainly try.
Down below can mop them up.
Just pushing
well, none of them are really going to come close enough.
None of them are above.
Yeah, none of them are above now. None of them are close enough where you'll be able to push them off the platform.
Nova can come with me
try
though.
And push them down.
And I'll be like the distraction, and I'll say to Nova like, "Let's see how far I can get with pretending to be a guard, and then when it all goes sour, you knock him out. Boom, suplex, pile driver."
I know that the contact sport is very aspirational, but I'm not really doing much with these muscles. Oh, you can't see them because I'm invisible, but also if I was invisible, you probably still couldn't see them. Flex.
Just trip, and I'll help.
Okay.
Not to
maybe push them over
not
me.
to
Yes.
doubt you guys, but yeah, I have a worry about the strength aspect. Because you gotta be quick. You gotta give them no chance to scream. If they squirm free, that's it.
We've learnt from seeing you mercilessly take down many people.
Of course, yeah.
That was mercy.
I mean,
still alive.
For now,
a little tap.
I mean, it's snowy out here. He's probably gonna die.
I think I learnt in first aid very young that being unconscious for any longer than a minute's really bad for anybody.
Oh, devastating. Yeah,
it's very bad.
Lifetime damages, yeah.
Anyway, that aside, let's do it. Let's just give the call on the messenger ring and we all scurry and boom.
Okay, everyone in a position.
I'll go with you.
I can
Lucius.
take one of them.
Perfect.
I'll take one.
Okay. right, so Ayla, Sentry, Moonstar, and then Quill, Lucius, and Nova are taking the fourth one?
Yep.
Okay.
We're just gonna smother him with our bodies.
The fourth one is an experiment because I want to see
out.
how far I can get away with this guard get up, and then Quill and Nova are like ready to pounce as soon as it's like the jig is up.
Yeah. If Nova's punched up,
tell me who is going for what, right? One guard on the western building, one guard on the northern building, 2 guards patrolling around the courtyard. Who is going where?
I'm going for 1 patrolling.
Okay. Ayla goes for one of the ones patrolling.
I think Sentry should probably do the same because it's not as far to go.
Okay.
Because from noise factor, just purely thinking of noise, the least distance Sentry has to go, the better.
Okay. Alright, so that leaves 2. Moonstar will point at the one to the north that leads into the tower.
Fair enough. We'll take the western one then.
Okay. And so, Lucius, you are going to try and deceive them first, right? Your plan is to basically move up and try and distract them so that...
I'm going to have a conversation with them.
Just see how far the guard's outfit gets.
And make sure I kind of rotate so that he's not facing any of the other takedowns.
Okay. So that's going to be the first thing then, before anything else, before you trigger any of the other attacks. I'm going to assume you move up. So you begin making your way out of the snow, Lucius. You kind of crawl out from under this crawl space, wrapped up in the coat, and you begin making your way over to the western building. You see that a couple of the guards are patrolling. You see them kind of walking away from a different direction. When this guy gets closer, give me a... Would this be deception or performance? I guess this is deception, really, because it is you're trying to deceive them.
17.
Okay, 17. This will just be a normal insight. Okay, so you begin making your way over, and there's no immediate reaction. As you begin kind of moving over through the kind of flurry of snow, the visibility, the guard at the door appears to be a young woman, doesn't seem to react to anything. When you arrive there, you can see she's kind of got like scars down like her cheeks, across her forehead, very cut short hair, very similar outfit to the rest, but still wrapped up in like thick furs and leathers. When you get over though, there's no amount of deception where like she definitely is looking at you like strangely. And yeah, as soon as you get within visual range, she's gonna recognize you by your long blonde hair and your different colored eyes that you are not one of the guards.
I won't get too close, but I'll be like, "Hey, my thing won't work for the wagon. Can't get in. Have you got one? How do I get in? It's locked."
Yep.
Hello, fellow guard.
Yep. I mean, do you want me to roll? Because I don't think I need to roll. Like, you know, so you're staying at a distance enough that, like, you can't quite see her, she can't quite see you, and you're trying to call out over the wind, like, hey, my thing doesn't work. Come and help me.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a deception check.
While this is happening, can I be sneaking up behind this guard? Like, just...
Yeah, you're invisible. She's not going to see you.
My invisibility. Yeah.
Sure. Make a stealth check just because there
22.
is, like, snow and stuff. Okay.
It's not working. I can't.
9.
The usual method doesn't work. How do I reset?
So as you're calling out, she definitely seems to be like, "What? I can't. What are you talking about? You idiot! You don't carry one. You don't carry any of the keystones." But you lure her away from the door. Look close enough, but as soon as if you don't keep moving away, as soon as she can see you, the game's over. The deception's over. As soon as she can see you.
I'm gonna scream in the messenger ring, pineapple.
Okay. You hear pineapple.
Pineapple!
What does everyone do?
Pineapple!
What does pineapple mean? In this
tackle!
In this regard?
Does it mean go? Does it mean go now?
Are we going?
We didn't discuss that,
She
did we?
walks over and it's like,
I'm
wait a
gonna
minute.
charge it
Who the
down.
hell are you? Okay,
Tackle.
right, make a
I'll
athletics
tackle.
check.
I'll
Lucius.
tackle.
Same. Nova, you also can make athletics, specifically athletics, Nova. So enjoy that lovely -2.
7.
16 -2, 14.
Wow.
Okay, the two of you combined, it's less. Lucius would have, like, you can see her basically ready to throw Lucius to the side, like in some sort of like counter move. What she doesn't expect is this, even a small amount of weight from little Nova. She's not expecting it from behind, and the two of you managed to drive her prone to the ground. At this point, yeah, like Sentry and Ayla, are you guys going to try and rush out and grab guards? You've just like heard some sort of, you know, thump, like some sort of tussle.
Sure.
I scream pineapple in the messenger ring as well.
Sure. There's a lot of pineapple is being screamed. Okay, so Sentry and Ayla both make athletics checks. You basically rush out, grab the nearest guard you can. There's no stealth at this point. Like,
12?
if you need to get to them quickly, 15 plus 12 is very high.
Natural 20.
Oh, there it is.
Natural
20.
Nat 20.
So long.
Hey.
But even with a 19, they're still going to fail. Right, so the two of you both managed to rush out and grab the two patrolling guards. Like, Sentry, one big metal hand clamps over at Ayla. You get like around their throat and like cut off their airway, and like you've basically got them both grappled. You hear there's like a crackle of lightning in the direction of the northern tower as you just see the blur of Moonstar. That's a hit.
Oh.
She's here to kill.
No. She's got her own methods of
flay.
Yeah, you see like a kind of burst of lightning. So. You see like a kind of blast of lightning, and then you just see like a body slump into like, you know, onto the ground basically.
Shocking grasp.
And you can, yeah, it's like a shocking grasp, like non-lethal kind of like kind of punch,
very cool.
Electro gauntlet thing. So Ayla and Sentry, you both can do unarmed damage to these two ones that you have if you want to like knock them out like unconsciously. What are Nova, Quill, and Lucius doing? This guard is only prone, and I'd say at this point the three of you should roll initiative because they are like, they're not grappled. You've just knocked them down. They're pulling weapons free.
Oh, natural 20.
Was that D4?
Yeah.
Mark?
I rolled
yeah,
one
D4
too.
plus strength mod for unarmed damage.
Waste.
And then
I
we'll see if they
rolled 4,
can break through.
so 11.
Right, you knock yours out in one go. Ayla literally runs up, grabs them round, and in one throw, they're unconscious. Just throws them to the ground judo style. Sentry, how much damage did you do unarmed?
I got a 7.
7 total? Okay. So your one is like struggling and fighting, but first we'll deal with the mess that is Lucius, Nova, and Quill.
3 of us on
mess.
one.
Oh, thank Christ.
Hot mess.
Can I prepare to help
8.
them? I guess not.
8?
Right now.
Well, let's say
Don't
you
worry about
can
us,
have
we're
a surprise round. The other two don't. Nova?
I got a 23 on initiative.
Quill? Just so I know.
I got 22.
Right, Quill, you have a surprise round because you were basically watching all of this happen. So I'd say that you can definitely react almost immediately as they knock them to the ground.
I was the one that didn't want a surprise round, but okay, I will spare no expense and I will banish.
Okay. What do I have to do?
You have to make a charisma save. You have to beat 21.
21. I don't think this is possible, but I will roll anyway. Is this a charm effect? I don't think it is it?
No.
Okay, so Lucius and Nova, you kind of dogpile on this guard, this woman, and you can see her like, what? And she begins drawing a blade out, and then with a kind of pop noise, they just vanish. They just and pop from existence.
They teleported, and
no,
I think they've got to the
They'll be back
guards.
in a minute. They'll be back in a minute. They'll be back in 1 minute.
Sentry, make another athletics check for me.
Okay. 12 plus 9.
Oh yeah, you've still got this guy gripped. The second round, you managed to like just knock them out, basically, like knock them unconscious.
Nice. I'll let them know that
Can
I've
I
taken
start
that
like?
down.
Can I start trudging my way over to where Quill's gone? Ayla! I'll just start trudging over like, and just wait for her to come.
I'm like trying to count down like 57, 56, 55, 54, I'm waiting for the moment when they're
Why
going
are we
to pop
waiting?
back.
She's gone to other guards or something.
No, I banished. They'll be back soon. Banished. They're away from here. They'll be back.
Oh. In the same spot?
Yes, exactly the same spot, actually.
I start backing up.
Look for where the head imprint is on the snow. Just get ready to punch that when it comes back.
Sure. So you wait a minute. By that time, Moonstar's probably dragged the guard that was by the northern tower, dragged them underneath the stone platform. Sentry, you've got your unconscious one. And then Ayla, what do you do? Just wait, and as soon as they come back, what do you want to do? Like attack, or are you going to try and grab them again, or?
I'm going to grab them again and try and keep her quiet.
I'm not even going to have you roll. Like, you're waiting for them. As soon as they come in, you're just there, like, grab, hands around their throat, and yeah, you just knock them unconscious.
I mean, that's a
cool.
mercy.
And then I'll go and
read the end of the spell.
Go and drag the other one as well.
Nice. I read the end of the spell. If the space is occupied, they just don't return.
You could do that if you wanted, Quill. You could just like basically occupy the space with something.
No, I mean, I don't want to leave this person incapacitated in another dimension.
What if I was standing just slightly wrong? Just like, why isn't she coming back? Where is she? I thought you said here.
Oh, no, Quill. Okay, so because they're native to the plane of existence, you send them to a harmless demi-plane. When the spell ends, they appear in the space it left or the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied.
Otherwise, the target doesn't return. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah. It's a different one if it's a different... If it's like a demon or an elemental or something like that, it's different. But they are an elf from Aerois, so they just will come back here. Okay, and then, when they pop back in, Ayla just grab, knock out, drag away.
We're doing it.
Good job.
We're doing it.
Good job, everybody.
We're doing
you probably
Don't
didn't hear
say
with all
that
the wind and
loud.
everything, but I did some recon, and I've managed to eke out information from that guard just before you banished them. Keystones are what we're looking for.
I heard that.
What? You heard it?
I heard the voice you used. It was, wow. But,
pretty
keystone.
good.
Do any of these five guards have keystones? Any of them?
Let's get searching.
You go through, same sort of thing.
She said we don't have them, as in like it's normal for us to not have them. Guards. Sorry, I'm really in my character now. We don't have them, so they must be somewhere else.
Well, do any of these other doors? I guess now the area is clear. Like I feel
it's
like
fairly clear, as long as you're not making like loud noises that the people inside these buildings, if there are people in them, would be able to hear. If you're just kind of, being cautious, like not like being reckless, I would say that there's no risk of you guys being discovered, unless somebody comes to the area dramatically. You guys can move around. So checking the doors, the door to the northern tower has the same thing that the smaller building had. The door, there's no door handles, just these kind of flat stone circles, and then a little plaque, a little stone plaque. But this one is marked as, it says rank 3 on it.
On the northern one.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Right.
And as the point for Quill's memory, just in case Tom Hazel doesn't remember, you do remember that there was like that very strange-looking Durgar down in the docks below. There was like an office he seemed to be working in on schematics.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Where you came from before.
With a whirlwindy elemental. Dude.
Yes, with some sort of air elemental device. The building to the west. The building to the west doesn't have any strange stone emblems or locks. It does have just a normal handle.
Weird.
Interesting.
That's right.
What one is that? The bigger building?
That's a large L-shaped building. The tower is the biggest building. Yeah, the tower is the biggest building out of the three, but this one is medium-sized, and it's like an L-shaped building.
Someone's sneaky. Check it out.
I'll help Moonstar to cover tracks with Gust and stuff like that as well. The
two of you kind of like brush up as much as you can. I mean, there's definitely signs of disturbing, like the impact where you guys tackled the guards and stuff. It's going to be difficult to cover up, but yeah, you do your best to hide the tracks.
They look like guards in silhouette.
Nice.
I'll return the coat to the unconscious person.
Okay.
Let's try the door that we can access first. Right? Makes sense?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
That seems like the most interesting place outside of the tower. It's where all the cargo is. We should probably check all the boxes outside as well.
Yes.
See what's in
or
there.
Maybe low-rank people have access to the storage because that's their job down here. I don't know. To move stuff. Anyway, who wants to go? Stealthy.
I'll go.
Yeah, we don't know
Just
who's
peek through the door.
Things like Arcane Eye and Invisibility, by the way, is probably not going to last too much longer. You probably got like
Arcane Eye is
maybe
gone, and Over is now visible.
I think with me.
Oh, that's right. You
pushing
tackled, didn't
someone
you?
over,
Yes.
that's
So
gone now.
invisibility is down. Yeah.
We're all good.
I do have a feature, an Eldritch invocation called One with Shadows. If I'm in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to become visible until you move or take an action or reaction. So I can like move and then go still and be like.
As long as there's shadow. Yeah, as long as there's shadow to hide it.
Yeah. Dim light or darkness.
Go for it, Nova. You got this.
Can I pop a quick bless before we go?
Okay, so you're going to cast Bless Sentry?
Yeah, and before Nova goes in,
I'll do a level
check the
3.
cargo outside too. Like the boxes outside.
Yeah. You move over. The metal crates are they're sealed up. Like, you're going to have to break these open to look inside. There's no easy way to access them. They all look like they've been, metal bands have been wrapped around them to seal them.
They're metal crates. I don't see them then.
Yeah, that's true. There are some wooden crates, though. There are some wooden crates as well.
I look at Ayla and look at the boxes.
Oh! You want me to smash the crap out of it? I mean, I can do that.
Well, be careful, because there could be... who knows what's in there.
Can I go round to the side of the boxes that they're not exposed to the courtyard?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, you can kind of tuck yourself to the southern end of the building, basically.
Yeah, I want to open a corner of it where it's not going to be like if someone passes by, like go into the middle of the of the stack, open one that's in the middle.
The difficulty here is, Ayla, as you're looking at, like I said, these are all kind of like, you know, metal, like almost like sheets of metal bound by thick bands of like rivets and metal and stuff. To open up one of these crates is you probably may be strong enough to do it. It's going to be very difficult, but also will probably make a lot of noise. You're going to have to like bash like one enough that you can bend it and kind of like rip it apart to look inside. This is going to be very loud if you do this.
Maybe not now then. Is there not a wooden ones as well? You said there's wooden
There are wooden ones, yeah. You can check the wooden ones. They look different. Opening up those is fairly easy. You can just use the hammer to kind of like pry open the wooden tops. Inside are things like rope and wood and metal ingots that just looks like normal steel and iron and stuff like that. It all looks like fairly mundane materials.
Guilty! Yeah, we won.
I could potentially assist and melt the metal with acid.
Should we use this rope to tie up the guards we just knocked out? Maybe.
Good idea.
Probably.
Good idea.
Yes.
Very astute. Very smart.
Yeah, there's enough in there that it looks like. This all looks like, looking in the wooden crates, it's a lot of things like airship supplies. Either stuff that's been plundered or stuff that's meant to supply or equip another airship. You do find things like ballista bolts as well. You know, maybe some mundane weapons like short swords and crossbows. But it's all fairly mundane equipment in the wooden crates. The metal ones definitely look like they house something more impressive. They've been much more securely stored. The rope is easy enough. You bind up the guards and things like that. No problem.
Perfect.
Cool.
Nice.
Just wait for Nova to go into the door then. Or we could try the acid thing on the metal crate.
You can try the acid thing. If you're going to cantrip it will take a long time to cantrip the acid.
I will chromatic orb then.
Okay. Let me just check and see chromatic orb.
Throw it's a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy.
It is. It's also, there's verbal components to it as well, so you'll have to like chant spell casting and then. But yeah, you can cast it. You will need to roll to hit the crate because it is quite thick, sturdy acid. You need to try and hit it in the right spot. Metal, sorry.
22.
22, yeah, that strikes, and then roll damage.
14.
So this kind of orb splatters against the corner of one of these crates, and the thick orangey acid begins to melt and pit away. You can see bits of the metal like dripping like oil.
I'll send in my on blank
Dichromancy.
Dichromancy as well of an extra 5.
Yeah, with that manages to like open up a big enough hole, maybe the size of sort of like a like a football or something like that. It's kind of melted through. The metal is very thick. You can see that it's just barely managed to make its way through, that you can kind of peer inside. But really you wouldn't be able to get more than sort of like a hand in, really, to kind of like reach around. Inside, tied down to kind of like wooden pallets inside the crates, you can see rows of, some of it looks quite strange. Parts of it look like they might be gigantic metal arms, huge, sort of like 10 feet, 12 feet long, kind of arms. Some of them appear to be more of the rifles, the kind of modified Thunderstone rifles that you saw earlier, but in greater numbers. You can see round, small spheres, kind of tucked into bandoliers and containers, all of it kind of secured into various crates and storage units, all various components.
Do the arms look like the same as that Duergar had downstairs?
No, they're much bigger. Much, much, much bigger.
Like elf-sized bigger, or like...
No, like as in like 15
bigger.
feet. Like the arm is like 10 feet long, kind of bigger, yeah.
We got mechs.
Just
mech arms.
Yeah. Does it look like it can be
I would
assembled?
certainly say, if you wish something to base it on in reality, a mech's arm is a suitable comparison.
Magitech.
Are we talking like? Are we talking like
That sounds
Battletech,
fantastic.
like Metal Gear?
Well, I mean, these crates aren't big. Like, these arms are just about fitting in these sort of like 10, 15 foot, like 10 feet long crates. They're more kind of, I would say, I'm trying to think of like I would say like Titanfall, like, size, like if you were to base it on like, so a person, and then it's like a big frame around a person kind of thing.
Yeah, so enough to stomp
StarCraft.
and
Well, like the
destroy.
size of like a frost giant in D&D, right? Like a huge creature in D&D.
Cool.
This might be tough
Excellent.
to teleport back, but it would be good evidence, would it not? We need to find something smaller, perhaps.
Quill, can you put this in your tiny chest?
Well, also, you won't be, like, again, you're going to have to, like, rip open this crate to get inside it. This is like a hole. So, like, peering through it, like, okay.
Look, all we needed to do was find...
We just need the schematics. We need the schematics.
We have an idea of what they're building now. Rifles, giant mech arms. Okay, so we know what we're
We should also find the ones who are responsible for this. Whoever can build this could build more if we leave them here.
True.
Yeah. Also, just a reminder, everyone, because I haven't forgotten, there's a Duergar downstairs that probably has a keystone. Anyway.
Let's find out what's in this room with Nova first.
Oh, the one you said to leave because it wasn't important.
I didn't think they were going to have keystone doors.
All right.
Oh, okay.
So, is Nova going in this building? You're going to go in. Okay.
Well, they're arguing,
Nova, give me a stealth check. Give me a stealth check.
Okay, yes, boss. I do that. I roll now. I have a +3 to stealth. I rolled a 2!
Oh, good.
Oh, I have bless as well. I can't remember what bless does, but...
I'll add a d4. Add a d4 to this 5.
It went on the floor. It's a 3, though.
Okay.
So
8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Nova, you sneak in. You kind of push the door open and slip your way in. When you step inside, the main area of this room, you're in the kind of like big, wide top of the room, and then you can see it turns and heads south back towards the crates where your companions were currently arguing. The main section of this room is split into 2 floors. There's this floor, and then there is a kind of another gangway that goes all around a floor above, where there seem to be more rooms. That gangway looks down into this room. In this room, it appears to be some sort of like recreational lounge. There are sofas, there are tables where you can see a couple of plates of unfinished food, a couple of decks of cards, some dice games, all kind of scattered around. There is one guard asleep on one of the sofas, who is beginning to stir as they hear the door kind of opening and closing. Looking around, the corridor to the south appears to lead to a set of stairs. One set goes up, one set goes down. There also appears to be a side room attached to this one. 2 side rooms.
Any dark little corners I can scurry into?
I would say that there is enough
dim light.
You could probably get under the table where there is like a little bit of dim light. There are glowing like orbs set into the wall, which is giving the room quite a lot of bright light. The other option would be to nip under to go down the stairs where the light it seems to go darker. You've got like a split second to decide here, by the way.
Down the stairs where the light goes darker.
Okay, so as you reach the bottom of the stairs, you hear this guard like, what was that? Is that one of you lot? Oh, fuck, like, and you hear him get up and he begins like getting all of his gear and stuff together and he's calling out like, "What, are you in here?" And then you hear from one of the side rooms just like, "Yeah, we're in here. One of you just come in," and then he kind of begins like looking around and resuming his guard patrol. When you reach the stairs, you kind of tiptoe your way down. The bottom of the stairs immediately comes to a kind of basement level, and in front of you there is another set of doors. These ones are very strange. You've never seen doors like this before. They look like they've only recently been installed, like the hinges, the sides where they've been attached. It looks like they've recently been put in. They appear almost to be like thick glass, but there is another one of these stone plaques and these stone circles set into them. And that reads level 1 on it as well.
Okay. Okay. Can I messenger ring? One guard inside, getting up. Heard voices of several more. I think they're moving. I've gone down some stairs. I'm safe for now.
Should we try and lure them outside and take them down?
Could.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good idea.
Makes sense. Give that a go.
I don't think we're going to get what we need in this building. I think we need to go to level 3. I think we're not going to get anything in these places that are just guards.
Well, one of the guards must have a keystone. So.
But you heard them say that they didn't.
Oh, but how do we get through these doors?
The door guard.
There's another set of doors down here, by the way.
Right. It seems to be some sort of communal recce or something like that, where they're using that to have people working here eat and whatnot. Not useful to us. I say we go and encourage the Durga to give up.
I'd say, Nova, what you can see, because these doors are made of glass, by the way, beyond these kind of magically sealed doors, and, you know, maybe you can force them open. You don't know. You've just seen this keycard thing or like this keystone thing. But looking through the kind of thick glass, it does appear you can faintly hear what sounds like blacksmith hammering, like a kind of like a ding, ring, ring, like maybe like the roar of a forge or something coming from beyond it. But there also appear to be there's a side room with another one of these glass kind of magically sealed doors, and kind of peering through, kind of angling yourself, that appears to hold racks of weaponry and armor. And in there you can see more of these rifles, you can see suits of armor, this kind of like skin-tight leather suits that you've seen Valkyrian soldiers wear, as well as like various Thunderstone rifles and Aetherium rifles and stuff like that, all being kind of housed in like an armory. It looks like it's kind of like stacked up along the wall as if it was like an armory. And yeah, you can hear the faint sounds of a blacksmith's from deeper below, from further within.
Okay. I'll relay that all to everybody on the messenger ring. And I think I know you want to move on, but I think the more guards we can subdue, the better chances we have of getting through this facility. It's clear that we found some sort of the manufacturer. If we can do something, this would be a great blow to Starbane. He's clearly using this as a weapons manufacturer to gear up for war. If we can cause an issue with his supply, this could be a big win.
Well,
True.
I will let you all ponder on that because we do need to take a break, and you guys can have a think about how you want to proceed.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I think it's just finding these keystones. Oh man, we're gonna have to go take down a wind elemental Dwergar boy, aren't we?
Maybe.
I did say this a while ago.
Maybe.
Blow up a weapons facility.
I feel like they
maybe.
might have keystones in the recce area, though. I feel like they might have keystones in the recce area. I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, right. Let's just go in there and
level
just
1.
try.
I don't know if that's hopeful
Take out the
thinking from
guards and
Kim
blow it
or
up.
like a subtle suggestion to Mark, like you should put one in this place so that I can find it. I don't know.
Why would I ever think that that would work? I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for 5 years. Why do I think that that would work? Come on now.
All we need to do is have Sentry enlarge, and then she just Kool-Aid Man through the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will make a point.
Oh yeah.
None of you you haven't tried to open them. It's just you've looked at these plaques and gone,
yeah.
Rat, we can't get through them. But
Right.
It's a locked door.
Carry on. Right, let's take a quick break. And then
break.
Yeah. Can Sentry fix it? Yes, she can.
Very soon. Hello. I am back again, and by I mean the donation reader, because that's what I am, a donation reader. We had a couple of donations before the stream began, which is becoming a regular thing. It's very odd. But we had a donation of $250 from Where Zombeast. I have to VOD squad today due to work. I wanted to say happy, healthy new year to all of High Rollers, and thank you for helping keep me sane. Thank you very much, Where Zombeast. Enjoy the VOD. I hope you hear this message on YouTube or wherever you listen to it. Musical Owl, Aussie VOD squatter here. First time dono before I go to sleep. Don't think I can stay up for the start of the stream. Just wondering if we should expect any of Lucius's experimental designs mentioned last week as future merch. Experimental designs. What were Lucius's experimental designs again? I can't remember. But I'm going to say no. I can't remember what they were. I feel like they were lewd in some way. Flying Scotsman donated with the chances of anyone coming... Oh, the chances of anyone coming from the cradle are 1,000,000 to 1, they said. But still, they come. Thank you very much, Flying Scotsman. I love it. Kayla Mondorian, still 80 plus episodes to catch up on. Holy shit. So not watching live tonight, but going to support the best stream around anyway. Well, thank you very much, Kayla Mondorian. And I, again, hope you see this in 80 episodes. Mark's Left Nut, the continuously generous Left Nut, donated $40 and said, do you plan on doing any expansions or spin-offs with the current characters? It would be great to see Lucius in the Tomb of Annihilation. Oh boy, well, Tomb of Annihilation has already been played as a High Roller series, alongside most other series. So, I mean, not with Aerois characters, but you'll still be able to see us playing, well, I wasn't in Tomb of Annihilation, Uncharted Territory, whatever, but you'll see people in High Rollers playing that. Just not Aerois crew. Mere Kitty, love the new art Nina has done. It's gorgeous. Also, can't believe we're almost 100 episodes into Aerois. Exciting times. Good luck stealthing today. Yeah, we're doing it. And yeah, new art. It's been done. You might have seen it at the start. They will be teased over the week on Twitter. High Rollers D&D on Twitter. Please check it out.
I mean, they won't be teased. They'll be fully released on Twitter through the week.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably.
You can't really tease it.
I was just going to show a tiny, tiny part of my art, and then
right, okay.
And then that's all you're getting forever. Like, I know Nina's done a full huge thing, but I'm just going to share, like, I don't know, a talon or something, or just a feather, and just say, "Yep, there you go. That's what you're getting."
Spoilers! Quill has feathers. What the fuck? Tom.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. Lionheart Prince has donated with High Rollers. I've been watching for 3-ish years now, and I wanted to say thank you for sharing your uplifting personalities and fascinating stories. I binged Lightfall back when my house burned down, and now you're helping me through top surgery recovery. Oh my god. Well, best of luck with the surgery recovery, and thank you for sticking with us 3 whole dang years. Happy to have helped you get through it all. New Alex, I can't believe Aerois is 1 shy of the ton. Here's hoping the Sky Pirates are beat and we can get back to Lucius's secret base. Also known only to him, his family, the party, Sky Prince Aradan, Sky Prince Aradan's guard, his guard's wife, her sky jousting pals, ... Yeah, secret base known by many. Jenny Claire, hey rollers, still clear skies in Niceville for the moment. Oh, perfect. My sister is catching up to date with the Aerois episodes, but she keeps getting mad at me for singing 99 eps of Aerois on YouTube, 99 eps of Aerois, watch one now, share it around, 98 episodes of Aerois online. Well, I'm glad that you are watching one now and then sharing it around. That is more than anyone can ask for. If no one else is watching one now and sharing it around, you should be. It's part of the song now. That's an official song. Grumpy Cat 0310 with a quarter hundo. Hey guys, I've spent months catching up on your streams / podcasts, and I'm a first-time live watcher. Welcome. My husband and I love you guys so much that we named our two cats after Quill and Nova. We named our two cats after Quill and Nova. Kim?
I think I've seen pictures of these. I'm sure I've been tweeting a picture of a kitten called Nova.
I've been reminded of them.
It is very exciting.
Oh my god. Thanks for everything you guys do. Clear skies from Georgia, USA. Oh, I want to meet Quill. I want to meet Kitty Quill. I want to meet Kitty Nova.
Tweet us pictures. Tweet us pictures of them. Again, I need to be reminded.
Does Kitty Nova have wispy blue hair? Does Kitty Quill fly? Can Kitty Quill fly? I bet they can.
Does Kitty Nova give you long lectures about the nutritional content of their food?
And I will finish it there and read the rest of the donations at the end. You guys ramble for a bit, / bitch about me, / think about who to replace me with, and I'll be back very soon.
Well, Kitty Quill, clearly, that's your replacement.
I agree.
Well, wait until you take your headphones off, and then we'll talk shit about you.
Right, who have we got lined up? Because we need to get rid of him fast.
Who'd be good? Who could we replace Tom with?
Literally anyone.
Cat Quill?
Anyone.
All right, let's
that plant back there.
Other streamers, other famous people. What other famous people?
I'm thinking Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah,
could be a good
Another
Tom replacement.
Would be good. It would
Another
help,
Tom would make things easier. If
Tom
not,
Cruise.
if Chris Hemsworth's available. Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston.
Not Tom Cruise. No, not Tom Cruise.
I think Tom Cruise would come in with too many weird ideas.
Funny, though.
It would be kind of
I don't like his energy.
Tom Holland would be good because he's
Tom
also
Holland
English.
would be great.
Tom Holland, if you're out there, if anybody knows Tom Holland, open spot for him. Honestly, we'll sack that Tom any day of the week.
We'll yeet Tom so fast,
That could be you, Tom Holland, right there.
Hey guys, it's me, Tom Holland. I play Spider-Man. Great, I might play D&D. That'd be amazing. I'd love it.
That's not
a boy.
Tom Hardy, yes.
Tom Hardy?
Yes. Yes.
Tom Holland,
Yes.
Tom
Yes.
Tom Hardy. Are there any other Tom H's that we know? That's it, isn't it? Really, that's all the Tom.
Really
That's
it.
it.
Hardy.
I mean,
I feel like
once we get to Tom Hardy,
options.
what else?
Tom
do we
Hanks.
know?
Tom Hanks.
Tom
Great
Hanks.
one.
Tom Hanks. Yes. Okay.
He'd be good. I like
There's
Tom
quite a lot of THs out there, isn't there? Like, you know.
There's a lot of Tom H's, isn't there? Yeah.
It would be so
Who
easy.
needs
So easy to. Yeah. None of this
I think
easy
all
of 2 L's anymore.
The rest
No more
of
of
us-
that.
There's not many of the rest of us that could be replaced. I mean, there's a lot of famous Chris's, but not many Chris Trotmuses, not Chris T's. You know, Chris Evans.
There is a Kim Richards, and she's a child star from Return to Witch Mountain, which came out in 1984. But since then, she's kind of gone the way of most child stars and found alcohol and drugs and washed up and ended up on Desperate Housewives of whatever, and was arrested a couple of years ago for assaulting a police officer. I got a lot of fun tweets that day going, "Is this you, Kim?" And I'm like, "No, it wasn't me. I know it could seem like me." But it wasn't.
No, Tom.
I actually knew another Katie Morrison once. It was a very bizarre thing. It irritating and confusing.
Especially if you're in the same local space, like the same school, that would be very annoying.
We were in the same sort of like group of extended friendship group, so if people knew both of us, it was it sucked.
Was it a doppelganger? Was it you from the past or you from the future?
It wasn't. It wasn't me. She did have she had like blue, pink, and purple dyed hair, so she had the dyed hair thing going on. But
the anti one. Right. With that, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons, eh? Let's play it. I got a cup of tea. Everyone's ready? We're all good to go?
Everyone's ready. Let's go.
Lovely.
Let's go, gamers.
So, we currently have the situation. Nova has made her way into this strange, one of these buildings connected to this facility. Has made her way downstairs and yet again found another one of these kind of magically sealed doors. The rest of you are currently outside, having investigated some of the crates that this group are, shipping or receiving. You're not quite sure which seems to contain a variety of Magitech weapons, including some sort of giant arm.
Yeah.
What would you like to all do?
Lucius is weighing up the Nova fair point of if we could disrupt this weapon supply line. That would be a good thing for Aerois. So I'll say to Nova, yes, I think you're right. We should take action while we're here. Do something.
Well,
also,
there's a couple of guards between me and you guys right now. Could do.
Well, I got a couple of sweet biceps here, ready to, suplex and.
I really need to know yes. When have you had time to catch up with wrestling?
All the adrenaline.
Spell Clash does a lot of it.
What's Spell Clash? Yeah. Can we get rid of the guards between you and me right now? I'm feeling a bit isolated here.
We'll just do what we did before. Just lure them out. Just take them down. We did it before. I'm sure it'll be fine.
How many are in there, Nova?
I definitely saw one. He just pulled his armor on, and then I heard voices of like maybe one or two others from another room. I don't know. I cannot confirm. I did not get a visual. I think is the lingo. I read it in a book once.
Why don't we just element of surprise, get in there, and all guns, all arms, all spells blazing.
Hope none of them have communication ways with other people.
Just do what we did last time. Just get them all. One by one, really quick, same time.
Yeah.
Worked well last time. If it ain't broken, don't go trying to repair it.
You tell me, what's the plan? You just running in there? Everyone just runs in there, yeah? Should we roll initiative now?
Screaming.
Could I maybe try and imitate an officer? Maybe be like, come out here at once kind of thing, and
sure.
say
yeah, absolutely you can.
Try and get them
give me
the same space.
Yeah, that'd be more of a performance check, I think, to try and so you want to lure them outside of the building, bring them out into the courtyard.
Try and at least lure them into the same room, just so they're all in the same space.
Okay. So do you want to? So you guys are all currently outside. Is the idea that Sentry moves into this main room, and then you're going to try and lure them into that main room? Run me through.
No,
I don't think we should have them in the courtyard. People can look out and see. Contain it within one place, right?
Try and get them in the room before they go outside. So I go in, get them to come through, and as they come through, then we all jump on them.
I'm running low on some of my gadgets, but I do have at least I have something that I can try and put several of them to sleep at once. Until now, they've all been separated, but if we can gather them all up in a group, I can try and render them asleep.
Perfect.
Okay.
We could try that to start with, maybe.
Yes, and if that fails,
that
just get in there and start pummeling.
Okay. Suplex and pile drive, you said.
Suplex, pile drive.
I'm very cold.
Okay. Let's Sentry, you do that. You're the perfect candidate. You don't sleep, so great.
Okay, let's do it.
Neither can elves.
Okay.
We got to be careful of elves, by the way.
Oh wait, they're all elves. All the guards are elves.
Ooh.
Oh, That's not going to work.
Oh, you almost got us that time, Mark. We saw right through that one.
All the guards we've encountered so far have been elven. I imagine they can't all be, but this is a very smart consideration.
Then we do the physical takedown. We do the old grab and bring him down.
Sure.
The old 1-2 smackaroo.
The old 1-2 smackaroo. Okay.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just setting something up. Don't worry. It's not a big deal.
Performance check, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So you tell me. You describe to me. How does this look? You guys all storm in the building that Nova's currently in. You guys all just run in. Who's leading the charge? What's the plan?
I don't think we're storming.
Sentry's luring them with the voice first, I believe.
Yeah.
To outside?
To the top
room.
So,
go inside.
To the top room. Yeah. So I'll go in, pretend I'm an officer, lure them into the room that I'm in, and then once they come through,
Sentry moves in. Stealth check, please, Sentry.
Well,
okie dokie. Nat 20, here it comes.
Oh.
Disadvantage though.
It is disadvantage. It is a disadvantage because you have
this would be a 20.
Armor.
This would be a 20.
Nat 20, here it comes. Nat 20, here it comes.
18, 10.
10.
Okay, 10.
Not 5.
Total?
10 total.
Hey, it's a double digit. It's a double digit stealth check from Sentry. That's actually very rare.
Yeah. So Sentry moves into the room. What are the rest of you doing? All waiting outside? Are you following Sentry?
I think we'll be ready to go in, right?
Yeah, ready.
I mean,
to
Moonstar
go
is definitely going to try and sneak in behind Sentry, for sure.
Yeah.
I think, no, I'm going to go with Moonstar. I'm going to try and come in as well.
Check, then. Anybody who's moving in, stealth check.
I'll stay by
I'm
the
going to
door.
stay down the stairs.
Yeah, right now you're out of sight. As long as you don't move, Nova, you're invisible because there is dim light down here.
Yeah.
Not great. 13.
18
13.
for me.
18 for Lucius.
Double digit.
Double digits.
Okay,
let's go.
So as you all kind of begin slowly making your way in, trying to be quietly as you step into this rec room, like Nova said, the door's open and it extends into this kind of large open space with tables, sofas. Above you, you can see there's this gangway that seems to be part of the second floor. Where you can see rooms and doors kind of leading off of this, and it looks down into this room, almost like like in prisons where you have like the kind of section, the walkway above, looking down into the main room. From the lower ground level, though, there are also 2 side rooms, and as soon as you start moving in, Sentry's boots do definitely make a kind of heavy, kind of clacking sound against the floor, the stone floor, and there is a voice that calls out, "Who's that?" And then a bunch of people begin, it sounds like they're about to enter this room.
Okay. I'll just call out, "You're all required to meet me here now. Get in here."
Okay, give me a performance check, Sentry.
Yeah,
this would be performance, I think. You're trying to play a character, I think. Or a deception. I guess it'd be more deception. Doesn't matter.
Natural 1. How does that actually sound, Ree?
That's how it sounds. That's a natural 1.
Well, the stealth lasted this long. R.I.P. We did better than we
Here's what
wanted to.
happened. The thing is it's not... No, the thing is you still call out, but your voice as a guardian, is partially modulated. There is like a magical reverberation to it. And there is almost like an immediate sort of like, there's a pause. Like whoever was moving, like you hear them like, who's there? And then when you speak, there's like a pause of silence. Roll initiative.
Shit. Yeah, I know where they're silent. They're talking into their little squeaky tubes. Maybe.
Why? Where was that?
Where it is? Oh. Well.
Why?
You react super quickly.
What is wrong with you? Why?
You rolled like
Get
4
your physical
times
dice out, mate.
1 and 20.
Lucius, initiative.
7.
Keelek.
15.
Ayla.
21.
Entry.
20.
Over.
21.
Unfortunately, none of you guys actually go first. Somebody had Ayla beat by 1.
Wow.
There's this pause, this agonizingly long in your mind's pause, and then the door bursts open as a much more, I would say, senior looking guard. Like the rest you've seen of all wearing these like kind of just like loose clothing, a couple of weapons and things like that. This one appears to be wearing like a full uniform, like an airship captain's almost, with a high collar. They're wearing studded leather armor. You can see that their weapons and their equipment just looks much, better off than everybody else's. And they are pointing their hand crossbow as they kind of like breach the door in a tactical manner. And in one hand, they roll something along the ground, whilst a whistle in their mouth, they blow loud. There is this like... I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws, except for Nova, who's not actually within the blast of this.
I'm outside the door. Am I...
Sorry, in that case, Quill as well ignores this as well. Anybody in the room on save?
19.
26.
Another natural 20.
Unfortunately, Sentry's the only one affected by this. Moonstar manages, like, with her mask, she kind of ducks her head. Ayla, you manage to close your eyes and kind of brace yourself. And Lucius, I don't, whether it's just like you kind of hold up your ears, there is a bright flash and a loud kind of like kind of noise that erupts through the room. Sentry, you are stunned until the start of your next turn, and end of your next turn, sorry. As this thing, you're like, you're blinded, you can barely see, your vision's all blurry as this flashbang goes off, basically. And this figure, this elven captain, will basically just fire 2 bolts out of this little hand crossbow. They will target the first thing that they really see who is stunned, which is Sentry, so they get advantage on the attack roll.
Okie dokie.
That is going to be 24 to hit.
Yep.
On the first one. And then the second one is a 25 to hit.
Yep.
I'll just roll all of this damage together if that's okay.
Go for it.
So it's going to be 7, 14, and then... That is... do you have any resistance to poison damage?
I do, yeah. I'm... Yeah, resistance to poison.
Okay, so you're going to take 14 regular damage, and then it would have been 13 poison, so half to 6, so 20 damage altogether. As the crossbow bolts both thud into your body, and you can feel this kind of thick poison trying to get into your roots and your vines and your life stream. And it, you managed to resist some of it, but it still burns at your interior kind of workings and things like that as these bolts like thud into you. And yeah, this loud whistle goes off, and you begin to hear something moving on that second floor above you as well. Ayla.
Can I rage? And I will just go for him as the first target that I'm seeing. This big dude.
You rush up.
So hit him.
This captain-like figure is on the opposite side of the rec room. It's within 20 feet. You can easily dash to them. But they're stood in the doorway. Looking behind them appears to be some sort of training room. You can see kind of like weights and targets and, practicing dummies and things like that. There are at least 3 more of the regular guards that you met outside in that room, and they're all getting ready to come through. But you managed to engage this captain immediately.
17 plus 13 to hit.
30, yes, that will hit. I would try and parry it, but unfortunately I do not.
Okay. Ooh, I rolled a 10 on my d10. So 18... 22 damage from the first hit.
The hammer slams into the figure. They desperately try and bring up their weapon to try and parry the blow and dodge the side, but they're slammed against the wall, cracking stone.
And a dex save?
Oh, you're throwing the hammer. Sorry, I misunderstood.
No, I'm not throwing it, but he still takes a zap.
Oh, right, yeah, of course you've got your zaps as well, don't you? You have a second attack, though, don't you?
I know, I'm rolling it.
You're doing... I was going to say, because the second attack goes off before the save.
15 plus 13.
Yeah, that's going to hit. You can't parry that either.
So that is going to be...
So 15 on the dex.
14 damage from the second one. It's how much on the dex save, sorry?
15.
15?
Yeah, 15.
Fail. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lightning damage.
Holy shit.
So with all of this, you just lay into him these 2 heavy blows, and then this surge of lightning blows into his chest, and you see this captain is reeling from these blows, still standing, but just barely. Yeah, definitely on the defensive as they're kind of thrown backwards. Nova,
cool.
Feature.
Who did Sentry cast Bless on? Was it just myself, or were there 2 other targets as
3,
well?
so it was it would have been Nova, Quill, and Lucius.
Okay.
And it's concentration, isn't it?
It is concentration.
So,
you make 2 Constitution saving throws, please, Sentry. Well, you might be able to save them. Oh, in fact, actually, no, you're stunned. That would lose it automatically, I think, because you're counting.
Got one anyway.
Sure, one anyway, so it's fine. Don't matter.
I am checking it anyway for my own benefit, but yeah, being stunned, you'd lose concentration. So
cool.
So no blast.
I'm gonna run upstairs and prepare some Eldritch Blasts on the captain.
Yeah, he's the only one you can see right now.
Yeah, and when I say prepare, I mean I am going to Eldritch Blast the captain. So first beam is a natural 20. So
that's
what was
10
it's been
plus
ages since I've done a crit.
Yep, so it's
10 plus
it's
a
maximum
D10,
of the dice.
Yep. I rolled a 2 on the D10, unfortunately, plus 5, so 5, 6, 7.
Of course, you get your plus 5 as well, so 17 damage.
Yeah, so
that's the first
beam 1.
That's the first ray, yeah. The first one slams into him, like catching in the neck, thrown him to the side.
Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to hit. I rolled a 4 plus 10 is 14 to hit.
Does not hit. Manages to just eke themselves to the side.
And the last one is an 11 plus 10, so 21.
Hit.
And I rolled a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
With that, the final beam just burns through part of his neck, and the body just thumps to the ground, lifeless, just as the captain falls in the doorway.
Okay.
Anything else, Nova? More movement? Do you just move up into the room?
I'm going to loiter around the stairs because I want to keep an eye of anyone coming through from the blacksmith.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sentry is stunned. At the end of your turn, Sentry, the stun ends, but that's basically your whole turn. Is you're just like, what is going on? Keelek.
Okay, so is there any that haven't been attacked yet? There's one that's now dead, one that Ayla whacked to shit.
So, no, that's the same one.
Same person.
So right now, the captain ran into the room, was stood in the doorway, has been pummeled to hell, but the rest of them all seem to be in this room behind him, this training room. And then you've heard some noises from above.
Okay, can I cast blindness on a blindness deafness? So blindness on just one of those 2. They'll need to make a Constitution save.
There's 3 behind. Again.
Oh,
again, I
3. Yeah, 1 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just cast blind one of them.
Sure. Saving 3.
Constitution needs to be a 21.
Natural 1. Failed.
Wonderful. They're blind.
They've blinded me.
And that is a full action to do that. So I'll just stay outside the door again.
Okay, so you would have had to have moved into the room, cast blindness on the one you can see, and then you've moved out of the room.
I peek in, and then just look at the guy, put 2 fingers to my eyes, 2 fingers to his, and then his vision vanishes.
Yeah. And then you step back outside. Okay. Lucius.
I believe Lucius is gonna look into the room and cast for the other 2 the hypnotic pattern and see if we can stun them.
Saving throw?
It is a wisdom.
And it's
17.
a charm effect, isn't it?
It is a charm effect, yeah. That's pretty dumb.
Unfortunately, my first roll before the advantage was a 20 and an 18. For a 20 and an 18. So yeah, the colorful lights begin swirling. But as they kind of see this, you see them all basically pull down like this pair of blackened goggles. And they just like shake their heads, and they seem to be unaffected by the hypnotic patterns.
Okay.
That's just me flavoring their saving throw, by the way. That's
okay. Sure. All right.
Anything else?
I'm going to get behind Sentry because I know I'm going to get pummeled. So that's what I'm doing.
That's annoying.
I think I've pissed them off. Walk back.
Sorry, it didn't add. I tried to add some monsters and it didn't add them. Can I just do it here?
Add some monsters.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, my Chrome is having a hissy fit as well. Right, I have to manually do this. So they're dead. Ayla 21. Sorry, it was. I tried to add the figures from above, but they didn't add. So now I've got to reset the initiative to add them.
That's cool. We're a little worried about when you said monsters, though.
And that's all things are monsters, Tom Hazel.
Wild elves,
monsters.
Wild elves, just high elves are monsters to you, Mark?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing to say.
I mean, a bird man could seem quite monstrous, you know.
I'm
pretty harsh.
Birdman.
Adorable, thank you, and have no
Yes.
tendencies.
But to some, you might seem terrifying. It's a walking, talking birdman.
No, no, to nobody. Only to monsters am I a monster, because I'm a monster slayer.
But
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I suppose if
Certainly.
Will digs his talons into your chest and like rips out your beating heart, then maybe, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty monstrous. That's
Okay. So the three figures in the room, one of them is blinded, but still manages to kind of try and pull themselves together, is readying weapons and things like that. A bunch of things kind of fire off at once. The first thing is the entire rec room is filled with darkness. Dark vision doesn't help. You are all blind. Unless you can see in magical darkness, you are all blinded. There is a small like pellet bead that they throw in, and then it just into pitch black darkness. Just fills the whole space. Kim, you were raising your hand.
just being on the stairs, would that affect Nova?
Yes, because it spreads from the point and fills all the space. 15-foot radius, 30-foot room. Yes, this will reach the stairs, but not if you go upstairs. But in the stairwell that you're currently in, yes.
Okay.
It does. The other one is everybody but Quill and Nova. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
+3.
So that's the darkness spell, right? It's not that everyone is being blinded, it's that the room is being...
It's the darkness spell, yeah. Yeah, it's magical darkness fills the room.
Yeah.
23.
Okay, that's a success.
If I'm within Sentry's aura, if not 20.
I think you are, yeah. Sentry?
14.
Lucius?
Oh, you want me to roll as well? Was it
Dex. And everyone in the room. You are hid behind
well.
Sentry. You are in the room.
8.
Okay.
11.
Do you get any blessings from
11
Sentry?
plus Sentry.
Yep. So out of everybody, and Moonstar as well. Oh, Moonstar fails as well. Moonstar and Lucius are both surrounded. Not that any of you guys can see this currently, but they're surrounded in like a thin outline of like violet green light that kind of helps illuminate them to those outside of said space.
Pretty cool.
Good old fairy
combo.
fire.
Yeah.
And then Lucius, there will just be a shot at you. So shooting into the darkness is counteracted by the fairy fire. That is a 19 plus 4, 23 to hit.
Yeah.
That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage. and 7 points of poison damage as like you just feel like a crossbow bolt like graze past your arm, and this burning sensation as it kind of shoots past you.
Okay.
And then they move around in the room, but you guys don't know roughly where they are, as you guys can't see. Then you hear the sounds of doors opening above and like armored, more heavily armored boots kind of stomping onto the gangway above you. Again, those of you in the room, you can't see. As you hear, you don't hear something for a second, and then there is a kind of a volley of thunderstone rifles, like as shots are fired from above. They're in here, the intruders, get them!
Shit.
So this is going to be, they're going to target the people that they have the best shots at, which is Lucius and Moonstar. Lucius, 17 hit. You can do, yes. You would still impose... Okay. You would cancel out... At the moment, they're even, so you'd add another source of disadvantage, I think. I'm going to say in the darkness, though, you don't know where to protect him. You can't see where Lucius is to protect him, so I'd say that you just can't really benefit from the protection, right? The next one is a 11 to hit Lucius.
No.
Okay.
Hey!
Moonstar.
Oh my god.
One of them hits Moonstar as well.
Make a wish.
We got there.
Can I wish for some more nat 20s? Can I have some like?
Yeah, you can certainly wish for them.
Yeah, that aren't in initiative.
So it shall be granted.
On the third of your rolls today have been one.
5 piercing damage, 17 poison damage as this bullet kind of strikes you. Moonstar, yikes, that's nearly max damage. 27 points of damage to Moonstar.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah, you basically hear like this kind of like crack, crack from these rifles. Somewhere in the room, you hear Moonstar's cloak kind of like... and the sound of like some sort of like grappling launcher being fired, and then just the of somebody flying up into the air. She's gonna launch herself up onto the gangway with her grapple launcher and basically fly up onto the second floor, out of the darkness sphere.
She's making that noise with her mouth, not with the grapple.
Using a grapple is a bonus action, so she will use her action to shocking grasp one of these gunmen. Which is a miss. She kind of swings a punch and they launch themselves back as they do so. Ayla. It's black everywhere.
So the room that the 3 soldiers were in, that they were in a separate room, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that one also in blackness?
That one is not, no. Just the rec room.
Okay, because I'm in front of that room.
You are.
Can I barrel into it and swing?
If you're just like, I'm just going to move forward, you take like 2 steps and then it's like your vision comes back on. You're just like step out of this orb of darkness into this room. You can see that they've split themselves up. So this room's like a training room. One of them is currently crouched behind like some sort of like bench, like a workout bench, and is pointing a crossbow at the door. The blinded one has just backed themselves up to a wall and is like waving their sword in front of them, trying to defend themselves. And then the other one is in the far corner from the others and is basically aiming a hand crossbow as well.
Can I hit the blind guy?
Yeah, you have advantage when you hit him. You just charge for him, just like...
Oh, 19, close. 17, no. Not quite at 20, but 19 plus 13 to hit.
You hit. Yep. I'm pretty sure this guy's dead.
18 damage?
Yeah, he's dead.
The first hit?
One hit. The first hit, you just swing the hammer and wham! Like smashes him against the wall. You just see blood like, and then he just slumps to the ground.
And can I go for one of the other ones?
I think you could reach one, but yeah, the other one is going to be then like 30 feet away from you.
Okay, I'll reach whoever one's closest then.
Sure.
16 plus 13 to hit.
That's a hit. You don't have advantage on that one, but it's still a hit.
No. 7 17 damage and a dex save.
That one's also dead. Nope, he's dead.
Okay.
And the hammer, just like the guards that were outside, these guys just collapse when you hit them. The hammer kind of swings into him, sending him flying like a generic bad guy, as it just slumps to the floor. Out.
I'll just turn around and look at the third one in the room and smile at him. And then that's me.
You definitely see a little bit of doubt beginning to cross his mind. Nova Vija, darkness.
Imprisoning me.
No parents.
All I see.
I can't with you two. So the stairwell I'm on, is it a circular one that also goes up to like the second floor?
It's not circular, but it does go up. It basically is like it goes down, it goes up, and then it doubles back on itself. It goes down, doubles back on itself, and then goes down.
Or I guess kind of planting one hand on the wall, can I try and move up to
I'd say if you kind of
second floor?
I'd say maybe like difficult terrain, or like you spend like 5 feet of movement to like walk around until you're like wall, and then you can lead yourself up. Yeah.
I have a ring of free action, which means difficult terrain.
I said difficult terrain. It's more just like
it's
narratively you're like
trying
to figure out where you were, and then it's not you're being slowed by an external force.
Yeah. Okay, so
you spend 5 feet of movement, and then you've got 25 feet of movement to go up the stairs, which gets you to the top, basically.
Okay, and then what do I see when I'm at the top of the stairs?
So when you get to the top of the stairs, once you're outside the sphere of darkness, you see this gangway with like a little railing that looks down into the room below, where it just is this big black blob when you look down.
Mm-hmm.
Up on the gangway, there are two more, maybe a half-elf, and I think one might be probably... No, these guys would all still be Cloud Barons, would just be human. They're both armed with rifles, but they're decked out in like breastplate. They look like tactical soldiers. And one of them is leaning down and is tracking this kind of like glowing figure that they can see in the darkness. And then the other one is now clashing with Moonstar, who's basically trying to pummel him with fists.
Can I... is it time to break out the spells? 3 spell slots. I've only got 2. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. Can I Eldritch Blast? I'll Eldritch Blast the one that Moonstar is tangoing with. Tangoing. So that is a 14 plus 10 is 24 to hit.
Hits.
13 damage on the first beam. 17. I rolled 17 plus 10 to attack on the second one, so 27 to hit. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to hit on the second beam.
13 will not hit.
Wait, sorry. No. I rolled a 27 on the second beam. And I rolled
sorry.
13
You said 13 to hit, I think, and I heard that bit. 13 more points of damage.
Sorry.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine.
And then I rolled 18, 28 to hit on the third beam, and I rolled 10 points of damage on that one.
10 points of damage. All 3 beams hit into their back as they're struggling to fight Moonstar. The other one now turns their rifle in your direction over and is going to focus on you. Anything else? If not, Sentry. Then
do I have enough movement to duck down a little bit so the stair gives me a little bit of cover?
Moving up to get to the top of the stairs, I mean, you won't be able to, like, you could move like 5 feet back into the room, but this person could just move up like right in front of you and shoot down. Like, you can do it, but like you're not really going to get any cover if they just move up.
I'll stay where I am then, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just otherwise they're just going to move up to where they've seen you duck into and then just be like, oh, here you are. Bam, bam. Sentry.
Hello.
So can I see like the door, like the exit from where I am?
Right now you see darkness. You can't. It's just black. It's like the thickest, darkest night.
Does anyone see my outline in darkness or no?
I'd say that these guys can't. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Sentry is. Okay. You are basically blinded for the purposes of the spell. You are blinded. You're in pitch black.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cast Aura of Purity. Sort of give me resistance against like poison or anyone in the aura around me. I have resistance against blind, charm,
that would be. What's the radius?
30 feet.
Is a 30 feet radius out from you?
On me, yeah.
Okay, nice. So that would basically include Quill, Lucius, I think Ayla and Nova are both going to be just a little bit out of reach. I'm saying that 25 feet up, actually, because if it's like a sphere around you, I would say Nova and Moonstar count as well. I think Ayla's just a little bit too beyond because she's in the next room over.
Okay. I'm gonna just say to Lucius, I can't see anything. Hold on to my cape or something so I know where you are, and I'll try and keep you protected. Then I'll end my turn now. I'll just go where Lucius goes.
You can still move. It's just that like you'd have to stumble, so you don't quite know, which direction what is in and things like that. You can, it's not like Ayla where you were stood right in front of the door ready to just move out. And you can tell that you're being attacked from somewhere above you, but that's about all you can tell.
Yeah. So I'll try and I guess I'll try and find some cover. Try and move somewhere.
Yeah, you kind of stumble around until you find like a kind of a sofa, and like you can kind of like pull yourself like around that as like something as like to orientate yourself. But for now, and the aura of purity expands out. This kind of like a feeling of warmth expands out from you and surrounds your allies. Keelek.
I was thinking about dispelling the darkness, but instead I'm going to dispel the fairy fire. Because the darkness can at least be used against the enemies. The fairy fire is brutal even outside of the darkness. So I want to, cast dispel magic on that.
No roll. It dispels immediately. You break the magic that is surrounding Lucius and disables the effect around him.
Nice. And that is, again, that's my turn. That's a full action to do that. And I will stay outside the door using that as like cover of some kind.
Do you need to be able to see the target, Quillek?
I dispel a magical effect within range.
Within range. Okay, in that case, I'll count. Yeah, that's fine. As long as you don't need to see it, you just kind of sense that there's some magic and you just dispel it and it vanishes away.
I mean, I'll see the outline of all the people in the fairy fire and darkness and everything anyway, right?
The thing is the way it works is like you can just faintly see like this outline of Lucius, but because of the darkness, it's also you can't see the outline. But the people outside the darkness can see the outline. It's a weird combination of the spells.
Oh, I'm outside of the darkness anyway, so yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you're outside the room, aren't you?
Yeah.
There is a wall in the way. But okay. All right, well, we'll say for now, you dispel the fairy fire, and then you duck out. But yeah, apart from that, can't see anything. Lucius.
Hey.
I will cast Armor of Agathis on myself at 2nd level, which will give me 10 HP.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try my best to listen where Nova and Ayla went, because it doesn't deafen, right? It just blinds.
Doesn't deafen, no.
So I will walk in that direction blindly.
All right, well, there's 2 separate directions. Nova went one way, Ayla went the other way. Which way would you want to go? You had 2 sets of footsteps leading
in the direction of Nova.
Sure.
Where there are more guards, I think.
You kind of stumble for a moment, and then you feel... Sentry, by the way, you called out to Lucius to stay behind you. You just hear him leave as he just wanders away somewhere.
Sentry, come this way! I think this is the exit.
You trip for a second, Lucius, as your feet connect with like what feels like stairs, and you kind of have to stumble through the darkness if you want to clamber up those.
Yeah, I'll stumble through as much as I can.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of clamber through these dark stairs, finding your way, feeling along the wall, and eventually your vision breaks and you are now outside the darkness as you reach the top floor. Nova is just in front of you on this gangway. That's the last thing you see.
I'll call out to Sentry, so follow my voice, this way. And then end my turn. I suppose bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I still got it? Barrier ring.
Nice.
Barrier ring is happening.
Cool.
Ding dong.
All right. Ayla, this one remaining guard, is going to attempt to shoot at you twice with his little hand crossbow. It's like, ah! And then he's going to make a run for it. That is, the first one is, this might actually hit for a change, 21.
That'll hit.
And then the other one doesn't hit. That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage. You're raging, so half to 4. And then 8 points of poison damage, which does go through. And then he basically scopes the room, steps into the darkness, and you just hear him sort of like scurrying away.
One sec. Okay, we're having a bit of outages at the moment.
Oh, Twitch.
Oh,
are we?
Twitch is buffering.
Yeah.
Oh, Twitch has been a bit on and off today, and in general.
It's both of them at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got an ad break now.
On and off, like constant, which is very strange.
We could always end early. We're only half an hour out.
Seems like it's...
Hello? Right, it's back on my end. I can see it.
I think people need to refresh. Nightjar's saying refresh.
Yeah, try refreshing everyone.
It's not that. There is more to it. My end, which is not.
Yeah, mine's just cancelled. Mine's just it's like
it's flickering between not sending the stream and sending the stream constantly.
People are saying it's
okay.
Okay, we're stabilized now.
Right.
No, we're not.
Should we keep going for a bit and then if it cuts
Sure.
out? If it cuts out properly, that will just be the end of the stream, everybody. But we're gonna go as long as it seems stable. All right. It's better but low quality. Yeah, it might be low quality, but we'll just keep going. Unfortunately, Twitch is obviously having some sort of issue or internet issue is happening. Seems to have stabilized. Yeah, cool. So yeah, the last thing is this guy shoots at Ayla and then runs into the darkness of the rec room.
Does he go close enough for me to get a swing?
No, he was on the other side of the room. So where you'd run over to hit his friend, he was on the other side. He shot you twice and then literally nipped into round the corner and into the dark room. Cool. Then up on top, Nova, you get 2 shots from one of these Thunderstone rifles in your direction. And then the other one is going to try and engage Moonstar. That is going to be a 24 and a 16 to hit you, Nova.
First one hits, second one doesn't.
Okay, so the first one is going to be... that's going to be 7 plus 11, 18 points of damage. Do you have any poison resistance? I don't think you do you?
Yeah, no. Sentry's aura.
It's my aura.
Oh, Sentry's aura, that's true. Oh. So that would be 7 plus the half of... God, I've just changed my roll. I'll just change it to whatever this is now. It was 9 plus 3. 11, so 5. So it would be 12 points of damage total. So 5 poison, 7 piercing. 12 damage total. 12 damage total. That's already including the resistance.
Was it 2 shots?
Nope, it was 1 shot.
Was that
one
2
shot?
Shots? Okay.
That was 1 shot. You've taken 12 damage. Yeah.
12 damage. Done. Yeah.
Yeah. So the kind of shoots forward, and yeah, that's the last thing you hear. The other one tries to tangle with Moonstar, and will make 2 attacks. First one is a miss. Second one is a miss. They're kind of like struggling with each other, kind of like he's trying to bring his rifle to bear. She keeps dodging out the way as the 2 shots go wide. And that brings us to the top of round with Ayla.
Can I go into the dark? So I'm going to be stumbling a bit to try and find the sound of the stair. Like I can hear people upstairs as well.
Oh yeah, you can hear people upstairs.
I can hear that guy as well, but I can also hear people upstairs. So I guess, can I stumble towards the staircase and see if I can get there? I've got 45 feet movement.
Yeah, I'd say that like with a little bit of slowed movement, because you're kind of having to orientate yourself. Like you kind of stumble into like a chair. You're like, you kind of like it clatters around the ground, but you're like, okay, the chair's there. I think it's this way. You find a wall, you pat the wall, you manage to eventually make your way to a staircase. I'd say that with all your 45 movement, you basically manage to cross the room, get up the stairs, and that's where your movement ends. So you're behind Lucius. Like Lucius is in front of you, Nova's in front of him, and then that gangway is out beyond Nova.
Is anyone any enemy within my range to hit? No. Nope. Can I pull Lucius behind me?
Sure. As long as Lucius doesn't mind.
Try it, just to give him cover, to give him protection.
Sure. Yeah. You kind of like throw him behind you.
Very cold.
Yeah, you feel like this icy cold as you shove him backwards. Cool. All right. Anything else, Ayla?
Not for this round if I can't attack, unfortunately. But I've taken damage, so my rage will continue.
Continue. Nova.
I think I'm gonna keep Eldritch Blasting the one that I was attacking before. So he hasn't moved, has he? He's still where he was. He's not near us.
Him and Moonstar are like maybe sort of like 15 feet down this gangway. The other guy's like 10 feet in front of you.
Actually, do you know what? I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to go up and I'm going to attack him with Tiangong and Green Flame Blade the situation.
Sure.
As well. So I move up. So Tiangong, I haven't attacked with Tiangong for ages. 18 plus 12 is 30 to hit?
30. Yeah, that hits. So this one, you'd have to attack the one that was shooting at you, by the way. So the gangway is only like 5 feet wide, so he's in front of the one fighting Moonstar. So you've moved up to the one that was shooting you. Swipe him with a sword, it connects. Yep.
14 points of Tiangong damage. Sorry, I'm just checking. I prepared to Eldritch Blast and then I changed my mind last second to go Green Flame Blade. So I'll
Slice kind of cuts it through, like past in front of him.
Okay, so 2 times D8. So I rolled an 8 and a 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 points of damage, fire damage to him, and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points to the one fighting Moonstar.
Why is it, just out of interest, why is it 17 to the other guy? Shouldn't it be the same damage?
Green flame damage? No, it's 2d8 plus 5 to the second target. It's 2d8.
You get the plus 5 to it, do you?
To the second target.
Oh, okay.
So Green Flame Blade says on a hit, the target suffers the normal weapon and then fire to the one I'm attacking. So 2d8 fire damage to the one I'm attacking and 2d8 plus 5 to the second target within 5 foot.
I just didn't know you added ability modifier to it. That on that second one, that was what was throwing me. Plus your spell.
It's not an ability modifier. It's just Green Flame Blade. I've always done that. I've always done that.
No. That's very unusual for a cantrip. It was just I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Most cantrips you don't add your ability modifier to. So I was like, oh, cool. So the flame kind of like engulfs the first one and then launches onto the one behind it, kind of coating backwards as the flame. I've done it to the wrong bloody one. So that was. Oh no, I haven't. That's right. So yeah, the flame kind of engulfs both of them as it sprays backwards. Anything else, Nova?
That is all I can do. Yeah, that's all I can do right now.
Sentry.
Sentry's gonna raise a shield, take a big deep breath in, and walk towards where Lucius's voice is.
Sure. You have the same thing of like you stumble a bit, you lose a little bit of your movement as you're kind of orientating yourself. You find the stairs, you go up those, and then eventually your head kind of pokes out of the blob of darkness, and you can see Lucius, Ayla, Nova all in this kind of narrow corridor leading out onto the gangway that connects to the room.
Okie dokie. So let's see, who can I see currently? Everybody? Can I see the guy fighting Moonstar?
You can't see any of those guys. So right now, imagine that you're at like the top of the stairwell.
Under like a fog of like darkness.
So what it is you're at like the top of a stairwell, right? There's a 5-foot like corridor and then a doorway. You've got Lucius, Ayla, Nova in this corridor, and then then it splits off to the left and right, and whoever Nova's fighting is off to the right, like behind a wall. Like there's like a corridor that leads around that way. You can't actually see around the corridor. All you can see is Lucius, Ayla, Nova in a line leading out onto this gangway.
Okay, I guess what I'll do is then I'll turn around and just keep the group protected from the rear end. Just stand guard
in case anything comes behind.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, great. Keelik.
So the dudes who were pointing rifles over the gangway, are they within like 50 feet of me?
Well, the thing is, Quill, if you go back into the rec room, because you were like at the door outside, you're in darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can't, looking up, you can't see anything.
Okay. Can I just fly right through the darkness?
Yeah, if you just fly and just fly up, yes, eventually you'll basically emerge in the center of this like tall ceiling where there's this second floor looking down onto the first floor, hovering above just like a pit of black beneath you. And you can see Moonstar and the two gunfighters and Nova all engaging each other on this gangway.
Okay, because my plan is I want to lightning lure someone over the balcony and...
Yeah, so you could fly up in the middle of the room, lightning lure one of them, and then they should hopefully drop into the floor below.
Yeah, so they have to make a strength save. I will do the one that is, I guess, attacking Moonstar.
Okay. DC?
Moonstar's engaged with. 19.
Oh, 18. So the lightning kind of wraps around him, your spear kind of giving you that last little bit of strength to yank them forwards.
Oh, you love to see it. 18 damage from the lightning lure alone. If I'm pulling
so the lightning kind of crackles, yanks around him. You see him like just launched forward out of Moonstar's grip. He's going to fall. It's probably about sort of like two floors. What's that going to be? Like 15, 20 feet?
Yeah.
Takes another 5 points of damage as he falls down into the blackness below.
To darkness,
you just hear like and then something land in the inky black below you.
And he lands on the guy that's already in the darkness, right?
Maybe. You can't see, so you don't know.
That's okay. And then with a bonus action, I will do a level 3 healing word on Sentry. I guess I'm not in range of that. So yeah, level 3 healing word on Sentry,
okay.
If I can see.
Sure. Yeah, I think if you like fly over to where Nova is, you can kind of see behind the queue, and you can see Sentry just kind of at the very back.
Oh. Yikes. That's going to be like 0 healing. You may as well not even mark it down. Don't bother.
No, I'll mark it down.
Got a 1 and 1 and a 2 on 3d4.
That's wisdom.
Yes, so it's 10 total. My wisdom.
Oh, there you go. That's not nothing.
That's good. Yeah.
It's not nothing.
Ain't not something.
Ain't not nothing. Ain't not something.
Anything else?
Well,
that's my business.
Okay. Quill. Lucius, sorry.
Imagine having like the literal ability to harness magical energy to stitch up wounds of someone else and be embarrassed about it.
It's not much though, is it?
There were bigger wounds.
Lucius is going to storm up the stairs following the sounds of Nova battling. When he turns the corner,
Nova's right in front of you. Nova and Ayla are right in front of you in this little tight corridor that leads out onto the gangway.
And how many people do we see in front fighting?
Yeah. So you've literally got Ayla and Nova in front of you. Then it splits off to the left and right, as if there's a wall.
Yeah.
That you can see Ayla and Nova in front of you.
And that's it.
Right now.
Okay.
That's all you can.
I'm going to push ahead of Nova.
Right. Okay.
And
you
see
emerge.
what I can see. Left and right.
When you stand push past Nova, you emerge onto like this little narrow gangway that looks down on the room below. There is one gunman pointing a rifle at Nova, and then one of them has just been thrown off into the floor below. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
I mean, would you be able to push past me given that I'm engaging this guy? Like I ran up and attacked him.
Oh, that's true. Actually, you move forward, so Lucius would be behind you. So he pushes past Ayla. And then is behind Nova, and you can see Nova is fighting a guy. I forgot that you'd switched.
So there was a guy there.
I'm sorry.
No. Ayla moved forward to engage him. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Thank Christ.
Yes or no? Is there someone within range of Lucius?
Yeah.
Quill just threw the other guy.
Lucius.
Ayla, then you can see a guy.
Blackness. Lucius, Ayla, Nova. Enemies are on
Nova
this corridor
forward.
that crosses over.
Nova moved to engage one of the guys in melee. So that little dot moved along, and so you can't see anybody directly in front of you until you push past Ayla.
That's what I said. I want to move up to the T junction so I can see who Nova is engaged with.
That's not what you said at the start. You didn't. No, you said who. Why can I not see enemies? Like when you hadn't moved.
Yeah, when I'm okay. Anyway, either way, I'm going to move up to where.
This is why I wish we had a battle map. I wish that Roll20 had been working today.
I move up to where I can see a guard, and what I'm going to do is cast the classic. The thing that Lucius always does, Mind Sliver. So what they have to do is...
nice one.
Swapping out
Intelligence saving throw, please.
Intelligence saving throw. That is a 4.
17 to beat. That's 1d6. So I'm 11. I'm level 13, so this is 3d6 damage.
Okay.
6, because I... It's psychic damage.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
So you see this guy kind of like react. He like winces a slight amount as you conjure this spell, which has nothing to do with your dichromatic powers, but you've conjured it anyway. You've manifested these powers in some manner.
I'm just kind of annoyed I've got it and I haven't used it yet, I'll be honest. Never, I'll subdue him mentally.
Is that it?
Maybe Nova's taught him how to do it, because Nova knows how to do it as well. So maybe she's been teaching
Nova's
him.
also picked up this spell that she's never used until now.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Everybody's suddenly got Mind Sliver. Why not? Why not take it?
Quill, learn Mind Sliver with us.
Yeah, I'll take it.
What I'm doing.
That's it? Just the psychic damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's my spell. That's my action and my movement.
Okay. All right. In that case, you hear the sounds of... yeah, you hear the sounds of somebody running out of the building. And shutting the door behind them.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Then there is the sound of somebody taking a shot at the flying bird man who's flying above him, who just pulled him off a building.
I was the only one. God damn.
18. Quill to hit.
Is this the one that's in darkness?
Yeah.
Does he have disadvantage?
No. It's almost like they conjure this spell so that because they can see through the magical darkness, but you can't.
But Fairy Fire is gone.
Yeah.
But they can see
Yeah.
through it.
And why
Night vision goggles.
Right, yeah.
Maybe because these guys are different to the ones that were in the room earlier. 18, and then the second shot is that's only a 15 to hit.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, both.
Oh, I forgot you took off your big armor. You took off your big boy armor because you couldn't fly with it,
I'll fly
could you?
with big boy armor.
All right, but the first shot is 7, 11 normal damage, and then
half
that's
poison.
15 poison, so 7, so 18 damage total.
Okay, that still sucks. Sure.
Are you concentrating on any spells?
Oh, no, not anymore. No.
Okay, nice. The next one is 10 normal damage, and then 11 poison, so 15 damage total.
Ow! Like Duck Hunt.
Yep. And that's it. That's his turn.
Cool.
Ayla.
So someone left and the door closed.
Definitely, you heard the sound of like scurrying out of the room down below and the sound of the door being shut, yes.
I was watching the door, sorry.
Go chase it.
Fuck's sake, okay.
Jump down there.
I'm going. I'm
Badass.
going.
Superhero landing.
I'm going. I'm going.
Nice. So you leap over the side of the balcony. Do you want to give me an acrobatics? Or do you just want to take the damage?
Yeah, we'll try it. Do I get advantage on that? Because no, it's not. It's athletics. I get advantage on. 18.
Oh yeah, you land like I guess you maybe take half damage. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you leap over the railing and then slammed. So half to 1 because you're raging. So yeah, slam into the ground like the table breaking underneath you, and you dart in the direction that you think the door is in. Again, you maybe waste a little bit of movement finding your way to it.
Okay.
You pull it open and step out into the light, where you can see the one guy that had run away from you in the training room is booking it to the lift. Like, he's like, and he's like just about to reach the lift.
Can I? Do I have any movement left?
I'd say you've maybe got like 20 feet of movement, but that would still, he'd be like 15 feet out of range of a melee strike.
I'm gonna throw the hammer at him.
I thought so. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just give me the attack. Yeah.
14 plus 13 to hit.
He's dead. He's a dead man. I'm not even gonna like, the damage is gonna be too high. You just kind of run out. He's like running. He reaches the levers. He's about to pull it when you just see this like flying metal thing strike him in the chest and throw him against the back wall, and then slumps to the ground as it back into the hand. Very Thor-esque as you just like look around, kind of nice ice, fresh wind blowing in your face as this guy just slumps to the ground. Nova.
And then I'll just step back. I guess.
Step back into darkness.
Back.
Like,
well, actually,
where am I? Actually, no. He was the last one. The darkness is when he dies. The darkness disappears in the room.
Oh, nice.
He was the one concentrating on the darkness.
Okay, I'll go back in and close the door. Nothing happening here. Just
La 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 la. Yeah, you step back in. Perfect. And yeah, we go to Nova.
I'll carry on attacking this guy with Tiangong. Just a quick question, because I never questioned it before. So I have two types of damage because Tiangong is a martial and a versatile weapon. So I either roll a D10 or a D8. I'm guessing it's a D8 because I've got my shield up.
Yeah, if you've got your shield, you can only wield Tiangong in one hand. Yes.
Cool. Yeah. I've been doing that right then. So I will attack with Tiangong, and that is a 9 plus 12, 21 to hit. I rolled 8 on the dice, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of that damage, slashing Tiangong damage.
Yes.
I will green flame again. And that is
there's not another target within range, unfortunately. There is, you get the extra fire damage on this guy, but there's not another target within 5 feet for the kind of splash damage. But yeah, this guy, the green flame roils over the armor. He kind of reels back. You can see that he's already beginning to, worry that this is not going in his favor. Anything else, Nova? If not Sentry, then Keelek.
That's all I got. Carry on.
All right, Sentry.
So there's a guy who shot at Quill.
Now the darkness is gone. Yeah, you're currently on the stairs looking down. If you were to go downstairs, you would see this guy pointing his rifle up at Quill.
I'm going to go after that guy.
Okay, so you kind of chase down the stairs, kind of shoot forwards and engage this guy in melee.
Yes, please.
Sure.
11 plus 10, 21 to hit.
That will hit. Yes.
Cool. And I will do a, let's see, what Divine Smite am I feeling today? Let's do a level 2 Divine Smite today. So that'll be 3d8, 14, plus the original d8, 21, plus 5, plus a d4.
Good lord.
Oh, 1. So, God, maths. 21, 17, plus 5.
Just like as he's looking up at Quill, the last thing he sees is he turns to see like your stomping form, and with one just cuts through his neck, and he just slams to the ground, heavily injured by all of the combat and being thrown off the balcony. You just finish him off, unless you don't want to like brutally murder him. You could just like stab him. It's up to you, really.
Works with Starbane. Take him out.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Bam. Take him out.
I'm above him. I can see all the way down his neck.
Body just flops over. Anything else, Sentry? You still technically have another attack, but there's nobody within 5 feet.
Attack the body.
Nothing else. Can I maybe try and search him for like
Yeah, you begin like patting the body down. He doesn't have a keystone on him. He does have a Thunderstone rifle, and you can see like a pouch of ammunition, a short sword. He has vials of poison. He has 1 vial of poison on him as well. That's about it.
Cool.
Oh, and like
the pistol and the poison.
14 gold. He's got like 14 gold.
Oh, and
Yay.
the gold. Yeah, why not? I'll take that.
Sure. All
Sweet.
right.
Coffee money.
Or
there's still 1 guy left. The 1 guy fighting Nova is still standing, just about.
Nice. All right. In that case, I'll fly around the corner and give him a little zappy zap with my shocking grasp.
Okay.
Oh wait. Apparently that doesn't add my thingy, even though I've got potent spell casting. Fine. I'll just
it might be
lightning
wizard. You probably have it as a wizard spell then. Remember, potent spell casting is only to your cleric cantrips.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to go around the corner and lightning lure him so he makes a strength save.
Can you minus 1 from that? Oh. The mind sliver minuses a d4 from his next saving throw.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Okay,
it's
he
a 0.
takes 17 damage.
17, and he's going to take damage from falling as well.
Oh god, I just dropped him next to Sentry, who just decapitated guard next to him.
You pull him, he goes flying off Wilhelm scream style and slams down prone next to Sentry on the ground.
Enjoy.
We should really subdue one so we can ask about the keys. Oh.
Quillic, anything else? Bonus actions or anything? If not, Lucius.
No, I'll just leave it there.
Okay, Lucius.
Is he still alive?
I mean, yeah, he's alive. He's like groaning and like trying to get himself up.
All right, I'll
happy,
make my way down the stairs to him if I can with my movement.
You would just about be able to, yes.
And then I'll ask him, "Where are the keystones?"
He takes one look at you. I'd rather die than tell anything to you, you noble fucking son. And he's just like, he just looks at you.
Keystones?
Like,
that could be arranged.
You little pop. It's about something bigger than that.
What is it about?
You don't even know what you're dealing with here, do you? Killing
weapons?
Me? Doesn't matter.
We're not here to kill people. We're here to
bigger than something than that.
We're here to stop you from killing people. That's the point. So if you wouldn't mind telling us where the...
Is that you just asking him questions?
Yeah, I'm just asking him questions. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. He tries to grapple you and put... can you make an acrobatics or an athletics check, Lucius?
Would a protection work in this instance? Since
it's not an attack roll, but
9.
maybe. Okay. So I'll tell you what happens, right? He drops his rifle and goes to grab Lucius whilst pulling like a pistol out of his like holster, and he's gonna it looks like he's gonna try and take Lucius a hostage, like tries to like grab him and point the gun at his temple or something like that. Lucius manages to back up his way. Sentry, if you want to take an opportunity attack at this guy, you can.
Can I just like step on his neck? Just like put my foot on his neck and like try and just stop him from moving. Not
yeah,
like
so
to
like
kill
as
him,
he goes to get up, so as he's like pulling himself up from prone to try and grab Lucius, you just plant a foot on his back and slam into the ground. Sure, make an athletics check for me. This is basically like a reverse grapple.
Oh, athletics 19.
19. You just plant your foot on him and he's just like, and he just slams into the ground. Can't move. He's like struggling to pull himself free.
Now, friend, this fox unfortunately had his entire family killed by you, so I'm not in a mood right now to deal with your outburst of anger. Now, if you wouldn't mind telling us where the keystones are.
That one, are you? Yeah, I heard about that. Heard that they got blown to smithereens. One of the boss's little bombs did the job, did it?
Yes, I assume so.
Moonstar is making her way down the stairs. Doesn't say anything.
Unfortunately, my sister isn't as kind as I am, so I'm sorry. And I'll just walk away.
Okay. Sentry, like you just not letting him get up?
I'm not going to let him get up. I'm going to keep him pinned down.
Okay. Yeah, Moonstar moves up to him. Just looks like crouches down next to him. Are you going to tell us anything about this facility? Like I told your little pretty brother, there are some things more important than your own life. Well, that settles that then. She just points her hand at him, a gemstone flares, and she incinerates his skull. She just, like a firebolt, just through his skull. And then she just, like, kicks the body, dusts her hand like a little gauntlet. Let's search the others. See if they had this keystone on them.
Yeah,
There's one body out on the lift, by the way, just dead, but definitely, you know, out there.
There.
Just saying.
Should probably pull it away just in case it activates. Someone sees it.
Can I search the body of the captain dude, the one that was...
Yeah, searching the regular crew yields nothing of particular interest. The two gunmen, the ones with the rifles, like I said, with Sentry, there's a rifle, a vial of poison, about sort of like 10 gold on the other one, but nothing else. On the captain, you find you do find something. He carries a hand crossbow, cutlass, kind of sword, leather armor, that sort of thing, but a kind of square, like miniature tablet, with just a single elvish rune for 1 is engraved on it, and it's just like in like a little leather pocket that he's carrying.
Level 1.
I think I found one. This looks like it's one of these keystones. But we now have access to...
Can I go and get the body and just bring it back?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And the door downstairs too. Get in.
When you start pulling the body back, Ayla, like as you're pulling it into the building, you do see the lift starts going down. Like it's like on its own. It starts just like.
I'm gonna lift the body. I won't drag it. I'm gonna be carrying it. So, but yeah, I'll tell people the lift's gone down.
Okay, hide in this. Maybe close the door. Unless they go underneath that platform outside, they won't see any of the bodies.
They're still alive, though.
Guards here.
They can let out muffled cries and whatnot. We need to be careful.
Well, okay. Where do we want to run away from these guys who are inevitably going to follow us?
We surround the elevator. Only so many can fit in it.
Well, the weapon... Nova said that there was someone crafting weapons, so they'd be on that level 1 clearance door?
Yeah,
why don't we go in and get them?
Okay, we can do that.
There's a level 1 downstairs.
Well, we have the time,
I'm
yes.
going to take one of these, and I'm going to grab one of the Thunderstone rifle, the Thunder rifle from...
Sure.
And then the 10 gold as well. Fine, whatever.
Sure. Yep. There's enough ammunition for like another sort of 15 shots of the Thunderstone rifle. It loads 5 at a time, so it's like you load in 5 of these shots and then.
Cool.
How was the elevator being lifted? Was it just a chain?
It was 4. Like there was a chain in each corner, basically.
We could try
so Nova, while you grab that, you're not proficient with these weapons, by the way. So none of you are proficient with Thunderstone weapons, but so you don't have proficiency modifiers.
As Quill can attest.
Yep. I couldn't shoot a stained glass window.
So what's the plan? Are you going to go through this door downstairs?
Well, could we disrupt the lift before it even gets up here? Stop the things from following us?
Or could we like jam it, maybe, or like?
Drop it.
It doesn't seem to be coming back up. Like Ayla watched it go down. If you fly out, it's not coming back up. It's just gone down.
I say we take this time.
There's other levels for the lift. It went down further than the place we came in, so it might not even be coming back up here. I say let's just keep going. Keep moving quick.
Yes, before people catch on to what we're doing. So let's push this advantage we've given ourselves.
Sure. Okay. Let's go into this room then, and I'll
Okay, so you follow Nova downstairs, in this kind of barracks, we'll call it, that you were just fighting these guards in. You head downstairs, and you see these clear glass doors with this plaque. Quill, when you pass the stone square over one of these round plates, you hear the doors like unlock and they open on their own. They kind of just like swing inwards, like open on their own. The sound, by the way, the forge. You could barely hear it when the doors were closed. When they're open, it is like a loud, like roaring forge. You can hear like the sound of something being hammered, like the kind of clinking of chains or like of something like that, bellows. There is a short corridor. On the side, there is another one of these doors with these sealed locks. This one says rank, I think it says rank 4 on it. And that seems to lead into an armory where there are these racks of Thunderstone weapons. You can see like kind of sets of these little metal explosive spheres. It looks to be like an armory ready to equip a small army. And that is all behind one of these sealed magic doors. The corridor continues and then it seems to open up into a larger room.
If we could...
While it's loud, let's go in quietly. Try and muffle our sound at least.
On Messenger Ring, I'll say, if we can destroy this armory, that would go some ways. Just detonating one of those small silver spheres could send off a chain of explosions that could disrupt the whole thing.
Maybe.
We just need to get in that door.
Yeah.
Let's try and find some schematics first that we can take back and maybe give
that'll
to
be our
Gusthaven.
exit. Yes.
You guys stealthily make your way, trying to kind of like keep the sound of this giant forge to muffle your movements. And when you emerge, you find yourself standing in a almost like temple-like forge. There are these 4 giant columns in the middle around a great anvil and a big fiery kind of like pit beneath it that seems to surround it. There are chains that have been stretched all along the rest of the room, kind of connecting the walls to the columns all in different places. And you can see all sorts of different like symbols hanging from them, like these metal engraved symbols. And stood at the forge, almost in a welcoming position, is a human with kind of long grey hair tied back, kind of grey beard, very short like mine, kind of greyish face, wearing a kind of almost like a priest's robe, but this like long coat with like a high collar. Emblazoned on it is like this symbol of a forge, like an anvil with a sword laid across it and flames around it. And in his hand, and he's almost like waiting, almost like as in sermon, as if to give a speech. And when you kind of move in and kind of see him, his eyes open. He looks, welcome. It seems that you've made short work of my followers above. But now, the Reverend is ready to give his sermon. And he summons into his hand the most elegant golden hand cannon. It's this like Magitech pistol, all kind of gold interlaced magic, and it just in flames summons into his hand. Welcome to Reverend Osselin's Holy Temple. And that's where we'll end today's episode.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Cool.
God.
Cool! I love
That's so cool!
Gold hand cannon, man. Priest.
Best handgun ever made.
Reverend
Best
Best
opening line for an
Osselin.
NPC ever.
Reverend Osselin.
Fucking hell.
Reverend, Revolver, Ocelot. I mean...
Ocelot, yeah, I know, right?
So
what are we going for here?
That's weird.
It's
That's
almost
weird,
there.
isn't it? It's like key cards and a snowy base.
I love
Reverend
it.
Osselin with a
How did
gun?
I not get
What?
this last time?
Yeah.
How did I not?
Did you
There was
not?
an elevator coming up. Kim got it. When I
Yeah.
described the elevator coming up and seeing the base, Kim got it 100%.
Do you know why? We didn't enter this
Metal
base in a sub.
Gear.
That's why. We didn't come in
Yeah.
underwater.
No, but you came in through a
Like
dock
cardboard
where there was
boxes.
like a ship's
Oh, we
base and like you could
did.
sneak through. Yeah.
Oh my
I haven't
god.
even played Metal Gear.
With that, we will end here and we will come back to our little boss fight against Reverend Osselin.
Amazing.
What
next
an
time.
amazing intro to a boss fight, though. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool. What an opener.
Greatest handgun ever made. 6 shots is
Oh,
all I know.
So glad I
Um,
didn't use any spell slots.
Trot, just to really, really rustle your jimmies, the Durgar that was downstairs, if you had actually gone in there and fought him or spoken to him, his name is Volkor Draven, and he's like a big, like, magic shaman. Yep, exactly. Nice.
Oh.
All right, well, we will see you next time, everybody. I'm not sure if we've got anybody on after us on Yogs, but
Yeah, Boba and Ped.
Well, in that case,
there you go. You can watch that, guys.
Let's read some donations in High Rollers After Dark on High Rollers channel.
Yeah, High Rollers channel.
Yogscast.
Come over there.
Bye, Yogscast. Bye, bye, bye. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye for now. Bye, bye, bye. And hello. Hello to the rest of you.
Hello.
Welcome. Oh, what a lovely place.
Is this
after party?
Tops off. Wait, no, what?
Yeah.
It was so good. So last week when we played, and as I was describing you guys coming up the lift, Kim looked at camera like this, kind of like, I know what you're doing. I fucking see what you're doing, Humes. And nobody else picked up on it. Yeah, Trot didn't pick up on it, and so I was just like, oh, I can't wait till next week when he starts realizing.
It's like it is snowy, and fuck me, I'm an idiot.
The brilliant thing as well is I actually haven't played MGS.
No, but you knew the memes.
I know. Yeah, I know enough about it.
You even did the choke thing last session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
God damn. Anyway,
take it away, Tommy.
Cool. Okay, so continuing from the donations that I cut off at the break, we had a donation from Johnny that says, oh, my stomach. Why am I cursed with this? Here it comes.
Great reference. Love it.
Another excellent Metal Gear reference. I love
it. Nightjar donated with. At this point, we either need to buy Sentry some fluffy slippers or make a clank emote for the channel. A clank emote is a very good idea.
Clank is a great idea.
Clank.
Let's do that.
I like that a lot.
McCreeds. Hi, gang. Eve here. Please, can you wish my boyfriend, Adam Mint Cake, a happy birthday and 6th anniversary? Happy birthday, Adam.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Happy birthday.
Though we can't celebrate together, D&D has been something fun we've been able to do together online the past 5 months, and we have you guys to thank. Well, that is very lovely to hear. I hope you have a very nice birthday/6th anniversary D&D session. That's very cool.
Sweet.
Varys has donated with no message. Thank you very much. Flying Scotsman. Thanks, Tom, for singing my last dono in tune to War of the Worlds. My girlfriend got me into it, and my constant singing of it has driven her crazy. She is a big fan of War of the Worlds. Here's another 10. Dun 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 dun. Man, nice. I fucking love War of the Worlds and saw it live.
I was going to ask you to give us the theme, but then you did it. So
it's guaranteed.
Would I have done it? No one would have believed. Jenny Claire, hello again, Tom, from the nicest Ville there is. I have a question for Mark. I'm writing a book currently, and I was wondering if it would be all right to subtly reference a couple of things from the campaigns. It would be very obvious. Wanted to be sure.
I think that for things like that, I'd prefer you to do your own stuff. If it's a book that you're going to publish, make it your own works. You know, like I love that you're inspired by Aerois and the campaign and things like that. But if it's a book and you want to publish it and it's your thing, make it your thing. You know, you don't have to make a reference to the show and stuff like that. I think I'd prefer that. Like, people do their own thing. You know, like Aerois is my thing. Like, if you're doing a home game, absolutely, that's no problem. Like, if you want to make a little nod to it, that's totally fine. But if you're writing a book, like, make it your thing. You know, you don't need to put references to Aerois in there. You know, you can create your own worlds. You can create your own cool references and stuff. That's my opinion.
A flying bird called Bill. Not Quill. Sure. Jawadi 18. So I donated last week about getting my vaccine. Well, update, I ended up getting COVID 5 days after the vaccine, so off work for 10 days, but silver linings, and all am now a DM for a group of 6 misfits and are enjoying the homebrew world I created for them.
Nice.
Terrible luck.
Well, I'm guessing that's because you've got to get the 2 doses, right? And then also you're probably more at risk of it. Like,
it still takes you like a couple of weeks.
You could pick, could have picked it up before even having the vaccine, and the symptoms develop later. So it's hard to tell.
Takes a while for you to build immunity.
Yeah. The Prophecy has donated with Since times immortal, the Donos told of its return, their death and admission a mere delay since the Donos started when the peoples of D&D spilled their own blood no one wanted to believe. Look to its coming at night on the third Sunday. Look to the Dono. Wow.
Well, that's terrifying, but also amazing.
The third Sunday. Well, okay. Keishi has donated
this is
with
the
when
third Sunday of the month.
Okay.
Oh
now I'm terrified. Keishi donated with when you buy a hot pocket, it is bought cold. You must provide the heat to the hot pocket. False advertisement. Also, you don't like the food from the microwave, but the heat it provides. Kappa. Thank you.
Yeah.
Some of these donos, they get weirder and weirder every week, man. I swear.
Hot pocket does not contain heat.
You must provide your own heat.
Yorkshire Dave, I do like the idea of our donos being used for people just to spread their
weird
hatred.
They're venting, yeah.
Yeah, they're weird.
I love it.
Hate. It's like fucking hot pockets, you know. Anyway, Yorkshire Dave, here, by gum. Right then, Team Bobby Dazzlers, stealthy does it. Ah, sod it. Come and have a go if you think he's hard enough. You bastards. Love it, gang. The joy you provide me and so many others is a special thing. Love your legends. Yeah. Be running in there. Just fucking. All right, I'm sick of this. Just get out here. It's stab time. Chromium 246. Happy Sunday. Thank you very much. Edible Dragon with a quarter hundo. I got into high rollers this past year, and it's been so great watching live while slowly catching up on the podcast/VODs. I love airships and planar magic, so Aerois checks all the boxes for me. Clear skies to all, and happy Burns Night tomorrow to Tom. What the hell's Burns Night?
It means that we're... I have got my haggis, sneeps, and tatties ready. Haggis, sneeps, and tatties are ready to go. I'm very excited. I also got some iron brew.
Maybe, could you send some
Happy
to
Burns Night,
Tom's? Because
Tom.
he doesn't believe that Burns Night is a thing. He doesn't, yeah.
No, he doesn't deserve it.
And I just didn't know what to think.
I know.
Anyway.
I was there. I watched it. You're a disgrace.
Disappointing.
Well, thanks, Edible Dragon.
Cool,
Thanks for the Happy Burns Night to me and me alone specifically. Darth Day 41 with a donation and no message. Thank you very much. And whoa, Shunt has donated $200, a double hundo.
Thank you very much.
Crikey, thank you.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Clear skies. Long-time VOD Squad member here. Missed the chance to donate on your guys' anniversary, so here's a little something to show my appreciation. Side note, do you guys remember Awkward Dog Boner? I still remember Baby Tom's first one. Yeah, we do remember Dog Boner. And I
always...
Ree, do you remember Awkward Dog Boner? Were they around when you started?
Yeah. They must have been, but I don't think...
We've definitely had some.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple.
I think mine is more I think it's more the glenodal thing for me, more than anything.
Glenodal. Seriously.
Laura Glenodal.
Yeah.
You just read it completely wrong.
I know. It was so funny. It was also just like she was so embarrassed, like I should know this, but we were like, we don't care, and you were just like.
I didn't want to laugh, right? But I know that Ree is fine with me laughing at her as well as with her. It was also her first day doing donations and first day doing a high roller stream, and she said Elora Glenodal, and it was just
it's funny.
Still not recovered.
It's funny. Samwise 2450. This was amazing. Great stream. I wonder if the Reverend meows to his recruits. That is the question. I hope we get some hot ladder action at some point. Fail.
Me too.
Of failed draws. So excited for the new character art. Yep, you'll be seeing that over the week. The preview looks super cool. That's one excellent
super
cool
cool
right there. What a great boss intro. Looking forward to seeing how that goes down. Well, failed draws, you'll be happy to know that the spear your art of the spear, in fact, was used directly as inspiration for the new character art.
Yeah.
So there's a top little.
I will make the point that Nina does change stuff because she doesn't want to just use fan art designs because she doesn't want to like steal people's ideas. But Tom sent it over as an inspiration thing. Yeah.
I think we all send a lot of fan art forward as an idea of how things look because I don't think any of us really have a strictly canonical idea of how things look until people.
Speak for yourself, mate.
Well, not
speak for yourself.
Other than Nova, Kim has spreadsheets upon spreadsheets of Nova. But for Ayla, I just make a Pinterest board of a bunch of pictures and send it to Nina and go,
"This,
have fun." And she makes it into something that makes sense.
I just sent Nina loads of pictures of Michelle Yeoh from Star Trek Discovery, and that's pretty much what my.
I say, melon.
And then wait for Nina to draw the entire thing.
I trust Nina, not me.
I put a lot of trust into Nina.
It's pretty much how I do a lot of stuff as well.
Hobbs the Tiger. Hey all caught up as of this week. Couldn't watch last week, so a belated congratulations to you all. Thank you very much. It's been incredible watching. Big love, Hobbs the Tiger.
Big love. Thank you.
Hobbs the Tiger. And
you're all right.
Our time has come. The prophecy has donated again.
All right, here we go.
To the prophecy. Third Sunday, as in 3 Sunday times. The publishers of the prophecy did mention this, but we were limited to 255 characters. So the countdown begins, like in 24. Gong, gong, bing, gong, gong. We've got 3 Sundays until the prophecy is foretold.
Okay.
Oh,
I look forward to it.
Cool.
I imagine, and I'm going to guess at what this is. It's just going to be a Mudkip donation.
But it's going to be Mudkip 2.0. Like, they got to find a new identity.
Samwise.
Yeah, Samwise. We know who you are, Mudkip now.
Wait. Yeah, Mudkip evolves. Oh no.
Mudkip's rebranding. Oh.
Yeah.
Marsh Tomp now. Dun dun dun. Supple. Oh no.
Anyway.
Please keep saying supple.
Sesma, the Marsh Tomp. And also, sorry, there were gifted subs by D Miller, Dankius Prime, Cooper Orc, and Being Wolfie. Thank you very much for always giving those gifted subs. Some bit donos from Serico, Devious Kitty, Trumpole, and Lemon Twist 59. And there was a Yog dono from Ola Enve with no message, and Ace of Thorns saying, "Not going to be an easy week. I'll get that out of the way right now. I've managed to get this far in the past year with the help of a bunch of people, your fine selves being well up on that list. Thank you yet again. Stay safe and keep on rolling." Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ace.
Very happy to
and
hear.
Hopefully lots of streams to keep you distracted this week, mate. So
yeah.
Got Chaos Twins, we got Strahd, and then back on Aerois on Sunday.
And Strahd on Thursday, and then episode 100 of Aerois.
Can you believe it? 100.
100.
Big
I didn't realize that we didn't properly get to 100 in Lightfall. Like it was like
we said this last week.
Yeah, I just can't believe it. I was sure that we'd had 100 episodes of Lightfall, but we haven't. So Aerois officially surpassed longest campaign ever.
Longest campaign in the world.
History.
Cool.
Did we?
Anything else?
Did we just get a last minute dono?
I can do a quick check.
Also, there's some pictures of cats somewhere. If you want to see Quill Cat and Nova Cat, I sent it to the group.
No, I don't see. I don't see any extras. I believe that is all of them.
No?
Wonderful. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you much, everybody. We're gonna shoot off. We're gonna get some dins. Gonna chill out. But we'll be back pretty soon. So thanks very much for watching. Take care, and we'll be back with Shadowsong Pinnacle next week.
Yeah,
so 100.
Episode 100.
With Reverend Offland. Yep.
What's it called? Centenary.
Centennial.
Centennial.
Hi, everyone.
Centennial.
Centennial.
Centenary.
Cats. Bye.
That word.
Bye.
Follow us on Twitter this week. Follow us on Twitter for the new art.
Follow on Twitter. Bye.